Mm. Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode. The Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith 40th birthday party story is
Wait,
crazy.
Who's 40th?
Jada Pinkett's 40th. It's nuts. Gonna share it with you on this episode. Plus, this new explosive Epstein, Maxwell, Prince Andrew book. We'll get into that. Jared Kushner's crazy Saudi deal, making huge news, very viral. Britney Spears is pregnant.
Yes.
I'm Ron
But
Burgundy.
that's an extra apostrophe there you don't need.
JetBlue flight video. Where's the extra apostrophe? Oh, yeah.
Well, the only apostrophe.
Britney Spears is pregnant. Elon doesn't join the Twitter board. Dave Mamet shocks Anthony. That would be me. Al Pacino's cell phone case will definitely surprise you. Miley's parents are breaking up. We've got our Pepsi product testing lined up for this Friday.
Monday. Can't do Friday.
Okay. All right. We got it lined up for this Monday.
It's not Easter yet. I gave up Pepsi or soda.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I have to wait till after Easter.
I forgot. Should we do it Wednesday?
It'd be next Wednesday.
Let's negotiate. Well, okay. Did J Sabs cheat on her husband?
What?
Shocking.
I can't imagine that's a yes.
Speaking of shocking, electric shock peen therapy. We're talking about the advantages of that. We are still banned on Facebook, so you have to be watching on YouTube, which most people are, or on Spotify. A man divorces one of 9 wives for being selfish.
How dare she?
Fan feedback and more on this episode. How you doing there, Frankie C?
Hanging in there. Doing all
Ready
right.
to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. The Will Smith thing is still around. And that's because more and more videos keep surfacing about what a piece of garbage Jada Pinkett Smith.
You don't like her at all.
I do not like her. I really do not like her. And I'm a little suspect of Will too at this point.
Why? Because he just physically assaulted someone in front of millions?
Well, again, another weird story between the two of them on this Red Table show that she does. And I had heard it and then forgotten it. And then, of course, everybody's sharing stuff with us like crazy now since we've been talking about it. So somebody sent this to me and I kind of reignited like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Like this story had occurred.
What happened?
All right, 3 things. 40th birthday party, the Will Smith story, and Kodak Black. Which one do you want to? Where do you want to go first?
Give me the 40th.
Okay, 40th. So, again, Red Table episode. The 4 of them are there. Jada, Will, Willow Smith. That's the daughter, and Jada's mom. And they're talking about how Will planned Jada's 40th birthday party.
Seems normal so far.
Yeah, and here's how he did it. He started planning her birthday the day after her 37th birthday.
Wait, so she started planning it?
He started
started planning. Okay.
Yeah. Here's a minute clip. We'll go through it. This is on the show. Will Smith talking about planning Jada Pinkett's 40th birthday party the day after her 37th birthday party. Now, I can tell you, shh, don't. Cuddles has a milestone birthday coming up. I'm not dumb enough to tell you which one it is, but we're a few months away. I haven't planned shit yet.
Dude, what are you doing?
Who's the more caring person in this scenario?
Will Smith.
Thank you. Okay. So here we go. With that in mind.
I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a documentary team. I traced mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was going to be my thing.
It was going to be a splash.
It was going to be a splash. Mary J.
Definitely was a splash.
Mary J. Blige performed. I debuted the film, all of that. It was going to be the thing that lifted her out of this midlife crisis, and it was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love. And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
Woo.
crushed, right? And to this day, I know I was crushed because it was true.
Oh, what? How is that his ego? It's all about her. Man. So how do you feel about Jada after this?
I mean, come on. Am I wrong in giving in putting the boots to her?
She's
metaphorically.
She is that is messed up, man.
3 years in advance, this guy starts planning out her birthday, hires Mary J. Blige, documentary crew. He wants to lift her out of this midlife crisis she's going through. God knows what she was putting him through during this midlife crisis.
She sounds like a pleasure.
And she turned it around that it was his big ego.
Oh, boy.
What? Now, let's be
was it
honest.
a surprise? Did he make it a surprise for her?
I'm not sure. He didn't clarify. I'm not entirely sure. But let's be honest. There's a little truth to that. There's a little truth to if he's going to blow up this whole big thing, there is a little bit of an ego to.
Well, I don't know if it's ego as much as I'm a gajillionaire and I can afford to do this kind of thing. He wanted to go all out. He went nuts for it. Does it have to be about him? It didn't seem like it was about him. I mean, maybe people were like, "Oh, look how much he loves you," and blah blah blah. I'm sure he got a lot of credit for it.
Well, that's the thing. When you're throwing your significant other a party, you're going to get a lot of credit and accolades.
Sure.
For how good, or like in your sister-in-law's case, how poorly planned the party was.
You're an ass.
Remember the disaster that your brother's party was?
I loved that party.
It was okay, except for all the parts that Janine planned. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's more fun when she's in the chat and not on the show. I'm having a little bit better of a time insulting her that way.
No, oh man.
Anyway, but it's true though. Like you can't help it. But by the way, is that ego? I mean, I don't
think he meant it that way.
I would call it inadvertent ego. Because
exactly, he didn't know. He was just trying to make something a big thing for her. That's not cool. That she crapped on it like that.
Right. You're showing your love for somebody. You can't help. Your ego has to play into that. No matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, it doesn't even matter. You're basically saying, I love you this much. Now, that might be documentary crew Mary J. Blige for some people. For other people, it might be a nicer dinner. Okay. It doesn't matter. You're pouring yourself into it. It's a little bit of an ego thing. There's going to come a point again, whether you're hiring Mary J. Blige or you're taking somebody to Cheesecake Factory, there's going to come a point where you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to do this nicer thing that I really can't afford, or it's a little bit more of my time or whatever it is, more effort.
Right.
And there's your little ego kicking in. It's just going to happen.
Well, how could you plan anything then? How could you plan anything without it sounding like that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's okay. I'm saying that's part of it. There's literally nothing wrong with that. It's part of it. Your ego is going to come into play, and that's okay when you're showering your love on somebody that you love.
Yeah, that's just very ungrateful. I mean, that was a huge party. I mean, how do you not say thank you? Like, this was great. Oh my God, you didn't have to do this. Instead, she just takes all the fun right out of it.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
And like your face told it all at the end of the video when it was like, and he acknowledged like an abused spouse. And she was right.
She was right. It's like,
what?
Maybe she wasn't, Will. Maybe, you could have been doing that from the heart. Maybe what if he was? What if he was like, I'm going to do this? It doesn't sound like that, though. Like he was doing it to show how much he can do. Like it sounded like he wanted to do this for her. And he was just trying to lift her out of a funk. And she turned it around and threw it in his face.
Yeah, because if he would have done nothing, he would have been just like J Sab's husband. Let's bring her in. She's
oh. Did you hear the rundown of today's show?
Yes.
Now, there's one story in here that's about you. Are you familiar with what's going on?
This feels like
oh boy.
Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go.
Wow,
I
new setup for J-Sabs there.
I got a tip that something what's the word I'm looking for? Not worthy of a lady, let's say, occurred between J Sabs and another individual that was not her husband
Oh boy.
over the weekend. Now, I've not seen the evidence that this so-called person has.
Are we jumping right to the story or are we holding off?
Well, no, but I'm told that I will be receiving something at some point. And as I've been saying, I will, of course, share that with the members first. They will get full 48-hour advance on whatever sort of infidelities anybody on this show has.
Infidelities, J-Sabs. You hearing
Well,
this?
alleged infidelities.
Is this maybe pictures of me with a?
Well, I
Oh.
don't want to jump the
Oh.
gun.
Okay.
I don't want to get anybody, because we do have your husband to think about here.
Okay.
But I'm just saying it would be great if we could add a few more members. So, there might be a picture surfacing. I don't know.
My goodness.
Well,
As any other great tabloid, there's a lot of negotiation. There's a lot of money, exchanging of goods to get
Blackmail?
these things done.
oh, there was definitely some exchanges of goods.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But these pictures, could they possibly be sold on OnlyFans?
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Remind me to bring up OnlyFans when we get to this, because I have an OnlyFans question. It's kind of,
For me?
well, for everybody. For everybody.
Okay.
Well, you're
Well-
the OnlyFans expert.
Well, I don't know.
Well, actually, more recently, I am too. And I'll tell you why, too. No, I
Okay.
can't really tell you why. but
I'm
okay.
excited. We're going to talk OnlyFans.
What
I
the
mean-
hell is going on?
I can't wait.
If you ask me before I flat leave you, okay.
Quick question in the chat. How's JSAB's sound there? Is that good? I think a smidge closer to that microphone, JSAB.
Yeah, if you tilt the mic up, there you go. Yeah.
Tilted
Towards your mouth.
That I should have done for members only.
How do you doing there? You feel comfortable with that setup?
Um,
You look like $1 million.
this is not staying how I want it to be staying.
Well, that's,
That's what she said. Oh.
There you go.
there you go. Okay. All right. So back to Will Smith and Jada. Well, Janine, you just got it. Go ahead, please. What do you think of the 40th birthday thing?
I don't like how you said that it was a little bit egotistical of him.
He
Because
didn't say that. Jada said that.
He agreed with it.
Oh,
I said there's
yeah.
a smidge. Yeah, there's a smidge of ego and you can't help it. When you're planning a party for somebody else, there's a smidge of ego.
You get some
that comes
credit.
with
You do get credit for it. Right.
Well, not that I had a similar situation, but
You know someone who did. Go ahead.
my friend who's like Will Smith now. So there was a certain someone who I used to work for, and he had a milestone birthday, and he did not like people or crowds, but he also liked attention.
That's
but
weird.
didn't want to admit to it.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, am I going to plan something? Because obviously I was his right hand man, woman. So I was like in the midst of it, but he said he did not want anything. He did not want anything. And I'm like, what should I do? I was torn.
Tell me you didn't do anything.
And
You let it pass.
Well, for his 40th birthday, there was supposed to be a party. I wasn't even working there yet. And he made his wife cancel the whole thing.
So what happened with the one you were supposed to plan?
I saw an email about myself. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not doing anything now.
What do you mean about yourself?
Well, he kind of said what Jada said. She only wants to plan something so she could get credit for it.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's an immediate. And now you get nothing. Not even.
Wait,
a
who
cake.
said that? Jada said that?
Yeah, about me. No.
Her boss said that
Oh,
about her.
Whoa.
about you. Oh,
Yeah, so she was going to plan something for her boss's birthday, but she happened to see an email from her boss to someone else
Yep.
saying that you were only planning something so that you can get credit. That's messed up.
And I am not like that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to plan something.
I like to plan things.
Exactly.
I always planned every party.
And if you didn't plan it, who was going to do it?
well, that's what I was going to say. Like, just because you like to plan things doesn't mean you're only planning them to get credit. You could just have a pure enjoyment of planning parties. Like, if
Plus,
that's your thing, like, what are you going to do?
If you're the right-hand person, that's kind of your role to be like, I don't know if you're a personal assistant or whatever it is, but you plan things like that. That's like your
Yeah.
part of your job.
This guy sounds like a dick. And by the way, can I just say, it's just because you like doing it doesn't mean you're good at it, as we could see from Frank's brother's party.
Hey!
I enjoyed that part.
Oh, I definitely enjoyed that.
No, everybody had a fairly good time except for Frank's brother, which is what made me sad.
No, he had fun.
He had fun.
That's why
This
couldn't
guy,
enjoy
this
it.
is the only guy that didn't have fun.
Yeah, I know, because he had to move from his couch.
This is a margarita, by the way.
Good for you, big man.
Or his studio.
Thank you.
It's a Margarita Monday. Go ahead.
Damn right.
It was. I can understand if someone's planning a party for someone else, but chooses all the things that they would like themselves. That's a
Absolutely.
different story.
That's kind of selfish.
That's like, okay. But I feel like I always look for what others would want or something special to them.
That's the way it should be.
Right. So this person, I was like, I know like he's saying he doesn't want it, but I know that he would want something. And after the fact, he was upset that his girlfriend or his daughter or anyone else did not plan anything.
Well, two things. He said he didn't want anything, and he shit all over your idea for something because he thought, you should have showed him the email. He said, listen, this is why I didn't do anything. Because you said it was all about me.
And it was all like, I forgot exactly what he said, but I was really upset. I was really like, I felt like I got slapped across the face. I mean, sometimes I like that, but not at that moment. Right. He said, well, Janine, she wants to make something like making like a big deal and wants the credit, something along those lines.
It's messed up, man.
She's going to go all out or, oh, darn it, I forgot
like she's sucking up to the boss or something. Brown nosing.
No,
I don't like about what I don't like about Janine Frank? She always tries to make herself sound like Will Smith, which has been my biggest problem lately.
Well,
we need you to rap and act like Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, darn, with my glasses.
Well, look, we got a happy birthday Millhouse from Miss Justice. Appreciate that.
Whoa.
When is his birthday again?
His birthday was like almost a full year ago.
August. Hold on.
It's August.
Paul says J Sebs allegedly has a great right hand. Oh, yes, my boss knew that too. What?
Hey-o.
Hi-o. HR meeting.
So I see. I'm gonna have to sympathize with Will Smith again. Sorry.
Absolutely. I think we are here. Also, we all are.
He's putting 3 years of planning into a party for his wife. Fuck you, Jada. Succubus. Okay. I'm sorry. That's when I get very upset.
What were the other two? There were two other parts to this?
Yeah, there were two other parts to this. But can I just say before we get to that, the only way he's wrong here is if she said to him, I don't want to do anything, and she meant it. Like, because you brought up a good point, Janine. There are people that are like, I don't want anything, when they are dying for a big celebration, which to me is the worst.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst. Just say what you want.
Right. Yeah, but that's it. I want a big, huge party for my 40th in less than 4 months. Thank you.
The problem is, what if she said that and he knew like she wanted something? Or how do you know for sure?
Well, that's true too.
Because the birthday comes and goes and nothing happens and you look like a jerk if she was like, oh, you didn't do anything.
That's true, because she is a psychotic asshole. So there's no telling what she's really feeling or wants.
Yeah, you can't. for all whatever she's got going on, she's probably very hard to read.
Yeah, that's true. The other story here was about Jada, and again, this came out I think in the same episode. I don't have the clip, so I will I'll paraphrase. But he was saying that they early on in their relationship, they were arguing about something, and she cursed at him,
Okay.
and he had a newspaper, and he rolled the newspaper up, and like somebody disciplines a dog, he hit her on the face with the newspaper. Like, not from what I could tell, I don't know. He said he bopped her on the head with the newspaper. I don't know if that's like an assault thing, but that's a little weird to do to another human being.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, if
Oh
it
no,
was
it's not.
okay.
It depends on what game you're playing.
Then he went on this whole diatribe about how his father was abusive and he wasn't going to be in a relationship like that, and there was going to be no. But it's not like she hit him. She was just cursing, and he's like, "There's going to be no cursing in our relationship," which I thought was a little
That's kind of weird.
wacky on his end.
Yeah, I mean, there's no cursing in his reps, but other than that,
Yeah,
real life, you should be able to say what you want.
throw a curse around or something.
Right.
Yeah. So that was that part of it. And then the last part of it was Kodak Black put out I think on Instagram Live, he was doing this.
Okay.
This makes very little. We're going to need a translator here because
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what it means.
boy.
Go ahead.
Very little sense to me, some of the things that he was saying. But he was just going on and on about how. Here, I'll play it for you. He says she's out of pocket
for that. Come with me. That's what you need to do. Yeah, that you doing, ain't real, bro. That you doing ain't real, bro. See, bro, you gotta love you. All kind of about you, been with you all the years. Come with Kodak. That's what you need to do, cause you just on some bull. You just on some bull. You don't deserve Will Smith. You deserve Yak.
You deserve what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You deserve me.
Oh.
She says he doesn't deserve Will Smith. He deserves her.
So he's kind of like he's pulling a what's it called?
I don't get it. He's saying he's shitty.
He's pulling a Rocky 3. Like Clubber Lang was like, hey, you want a real man, come to me.
Yeah, but he's not saying that. He's saying you don't deserve Will Smith. Will Smith's too good for you. Come to me.
Come to take a step down and come to me.
Is that what he's saying? I kind of feel like that's what he's saying.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, that real thug life. I mean, long live that boy Tupac. God bless his soul. But Tupac went all the way cut, went all the way gangster like his whole life. Tupac, understand? Boy, at the school, all kind of dancing, all kind of stop playing Will Smith like that, bro. Stop playing Will Smith like that. Will Smith will stand up. A man, stand up, man, Jenny.
Yeah, so he said Tupac wasn't all that. He wasn't cut. He wasn't thug life all the way. Pretty sure the guy died in a gang shooting.
Yeah, beg to differ on that one.
But I mean, I forgot that Tupac was with Jada.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what a piece of shit you have to be that somebody would actually fake their own death to get away from you. That's amazing.
Right. That is amazing. I mean,
probably my husband will do that, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, after these photos leak, sure, of course.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what accent that is. I don't know what part of the country he's from, but that is an interesting speech pattern that
a lot of bleeps.
Kodak Black has.
All I'm going to say, I wish it was uncensored, but
Frank was like, I have no idea what he just said.
I know what he said. No, I got it.
A little
I know what
hard
he was talking about.
A little hard to keep up with all of it, I guess. But anyway,
I know
he went on a rant.
He did. He was like Will Smith. Well, he was defending Will Smith, but at the same time telling Jada
she could get it.
Come to me, which is weird.
Makes sense.
It's kind of weird to like defend Will Smith and say, "Don't you don't deserve him. You deserve me."
Yeah,
which is very strange.
I think that's a weird flirt, though. I think he's kind of like, "I'll come on over here. I'll
yeah,
I'll get a little nasty in the bedroom, which is what you need. Maybe that's what she needs."
And we all know the place to do that is Instagram Live.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's 100% true.
I don't get that.
All right, Jumpstart Coffee sponsors the episode here. Love the Jumpstart Coffee, of course. Frank's holding up a nice bag. I've been drinking it nonstop all day. I had 3 large iced coffee Jumpstarts
Nice.
today. Oh yeah, long Monday for your old palate. We got the wonderful tumbler on this screen here. That is, of course, if you sign up for their subscription service, where they will send you 2, 3, 4, 72, 1, however many
72
bags you
sounds
need
like
in
a
a
nice
month.
round number.
I might go through 72 this month. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I practically went through a bag today alone. Anyway, whatever you need in a month, you just tell them I need 2, 3 bags a month. They'll send it to you every single month. That's a subscription. Boom. Bill you, send the bags. Dunzo. You don't have to worry about your coffee needs ever again. It's always going to be there. On the 3rd month, they'll lay one of these on you. Why? Class. They are
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
50% of the proceeds from Jumpstart Coffee Company goes to the Navy SEAL Foundation. So not only are you helping us put on the podcast, helping Jumpstart make great coffee, but you're, of course, supporting those that provide us with our freedom. Kind of important.
And you're getting a great bag of coffee, so it's a 4-pronger. We call that.
Well, I've never said that before in my life, but if
You
Frank's
said-
going to say it, I'm with him.
We've
I'm
been
gonna be
saying that behind your back.
Ooh,
We've had
I'm going to be
meetings.
on Frank's team here because I'm on Jumpstart's team and I'm on Team Freedom. So order up with the link in the description for this episode. Of course, you could always go to anthonyonair.com. On the homepage, we got a banner there. Click on that. Put in the promo code AOA15. You'll save 15% off your order. That's AOA15. Save 15% on your order. Jumpstart Coffee Company, the best coffee I have ever had in my entire life. And baby, I've had them all.
All of them.
Yeah. I don't know about
Pretty
that. I don't know about that as far as a slogan goes. I might revise that a little. I'm not.
Go with the 4-pronger.
Thank you.
You good there, Jay Sabs?
What is happening?
I know what you need. You need to take a screwdriver to the side of that thing
I
there.
know.
and
You know,
tighten
I
it
was
up.
thinking that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
That's all right. We'll get there. I'm happy to see something phallic in front of your face. You look more comfortable now.
You
you
know
see?
what? I feel like 100 times more comfortable
Yeah.
with something phallic and shaped in front of my face. You're right. I do. I don't know why. Don't I
I'd
look
like to see
different
every-
tonight?
I'd like to see everybody hit the like button for Jay Sabs, professional here, doing it up all the way with the full setup.
Thank you.
Show her some love right there. Look at that. Look at that.
All right. Good Lord. This is YouTube. We got to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was OnlyFans for. Never mind.
We're gonna get a lot more people to join the memberships.
Please
keep it
join
set up.
if you like me doing that stuff. I don't know.
We got to get you to do one of those cheesy porn ads. That would be the thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those those phone numbers like that air at like 3 a.m. on
Yes.
public access or something.
Yeah.
But for Jumpstart.
Right.
I would love to see Janine in
Oh, God.
in like a sexy pose, talking sexy, and then it cuts to Frank and I in the same pose. Talking sexy.
Oh, God.
That's an immediate
his
channel
face.
change. That's a channel changer right there.
Well, there's some.
Yeah. It's like it's like this. Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to give myself that much credit.
All right, listen, an explosive new
Ooh.
book about Epstein, Maxwell, and Prince Andrew
Oh boy.
has gone on sale. We have a link to this in the description of this episode only. Not going to see that on the homepage. But if you want to grab that on Amazon or Amazon, as some people like to say,
Look,
you could.
what?
What?
Who says Amazon?
People say Amazon.
No.
I don't
Bye.
think so.
A couple of things here in this that I just want to share with everybody. One a little bit more shocking than the other. One is, according to people in the know, people that are quoted in the book, Epstein referred to Prince Andrew as his useful idiot
Oh boy.
on more than one occasion.
That's nice.
The book is called The Palace Papers, Inside
do
the
you call
House
me?
of Windsor. The Palace Papers?
Is that what you call me?
What, the useful idiot?
Man.
Oh.
I can't say I've never said that, but
Oh!
I don't call you that.
Not to your face.
Not to your face. Only to Frank in text. But I've called Frank a lot of things to text to you only, so let's be fair.
Oh, sure.
At least you're useful.
God knows what the two of you are texting to each other behind my back.
You don't even want to know.
I don't. Anyway, the book will be officially available in 2 weeks, but you can pre-order it now. Again, I put the link in the description because I know a lot of people are interested in this. But yeah, he called him his useful idiot. It kind of lays out why he got involved with Prince Andrew. Basically, Prince Andrew, being a royal, can go wherever he needed to go. So if he needed to go to Israel or he needed to go to whatever, name the country here, Norway, whatever it was, he would call up Andrew and be like, we should go here, or there might be a good finance deal for you here. And dumb Andrew would go, okay. And he would set up the whole trip. And Epstein would come along, and then Epstein would meet with God knows who to do God knows what he was doing. And he was doing it all he was getting in and out of these countries with Prince Andrew as his cover.
Who wrote this book?
The author of the book is, hang on, I got it here for you.
Got to be someone close to the
Yeah.
scene.
Is it Jack Me Off?
It's not Jack Me Off.
He writes a lot of good stuff.
Tina
Yes.
Brown. The author is Tina Brown. She's written a bunch of stuff.
That sounds fake.
Downtown Tina Brown?
Downtown Tina Brown. She had a couple of excerpts in the Daily Telegraph, which is where we got this from. So that was one. The second thing, weird thing here, 10-year-old Ghislaine Maxwell told house guests of her father's that her father used to make her choose which objects he could beat her with.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that me? Or
So she would tell house guests, like, oh, my dad would make me choose what I would catch a beating with, what objects.
Oh, God.
He would make her choose. That's some fucked up shit.
That is fucked up.
Yeah. This Robert Maxwell was a little, off his rocker.
Could she choose, like,
A tissue.
Yeah. Tissue.
That's hysterical.
Right?
Here, asshole. Try with this.
Go ahead.
Idiot.
Hey, we got a new member, Glass Mama, 4201.
thank you.
New member to the show. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Appreciate that so much. The members are going to be the ones that keep us around long term. So if you enjoy the program, it's because of our members. So thank you. What was it? Glass Mama?
Glass Mama. Yeah, make sure you give praise to our members.
Nice.
Got that?
Got it. See what
All
I
right.
did there.
All right, thank you.
A young lady named Eleanor Berry, who visited the house, once noticed an odd-shaped hairbrush, a strap, a slipper, and other implements laid out on Ghislaine's dressing room table. Ghislaine said rather proudly, "This is what Daddy uses to beat me with, but he always allows me to choose which one I want."
That's
fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
we spend an awful lot of time wondering how a person could do the horrible things that she's done.
Right. I don't
and
know.
Then
if
you hear
that...
this and you go, okay.
That's why. Yeah, exactly.
Not saying it's good, but I could see how we arrived at the finish line.
I don't know if that made her into a disgusting pedophile. You know, like, I mean, it probably screwed her up. Sure.
Didn't help.
Didn't help. Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
So anyway, there's lots more in this book. Those are the two big excerpts that I found today. Again, link in the description of this episode. If you want to purchase it, we put the link to Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find it nice and easy. And
it's amazing.
It sure is. It sure is.
I don't like that word excerpt, by the way, because you want to say excerpt, but you know it's wrong. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What did I say today that you corrected me on that I was like, I was taken aback?
Was it the apostrophe?
No.
I don't know. I correct you on so many things.
Chop liver.
Yeah, okay. That was it. I said chopped liver, and you were like, it's chopped liver.
Oh, I just want to be an asshole.
You know, it's weird, though, because...
Some people say chop, right?
Like, if you say chop meat,
Oh.
I guess technically it's chopped meat, but
yeah.
Nobody says chopped meat. You said chop meat.
I will acknowledge I did it wrong, but I kind of feel like that and a few other things we need to update the meaning of words and phrases and how we say things.
Right.
It's like some things could be, like when people go literally this and it's not literally.
Right.
I feel like literally the meaning has changed of literally.
No, it has not.
Yes, it has.
No.
Literally has.
Literally means that it actually happened. Figuratively, like if you say I could literally eat a horse, then you're an idiot.
But I think literally has become figuratively.
It has not. I think you want it to be.
Same way Greenland became Iceland. We don't know
That
how
doesn't
the fuck
make
that
any
shit
sense.
happened.
That makes no sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know what? I can't even make fun of you because someone pointed out in the chat the other day, and my husband tells me this all the time. Instead of pronouncing the end of the word, and I told Frank this the other day, end of the word with a G, that ends with a G, I'll say it with a K because of my accent.
No, it's the reverse of that.
You sure?
Like if it's a K sound, you say it with a G, like gabagal.
No, like, because I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh, all right. Kidding?
Kidding me.
That's very, that sounds very Russian.
Oh, maybe. My name is Anna Delvey.
There you go.
Oh, wait.
Annie on this one.
No.
Tina Brown is a legit journalist. I think she knew the Maxwell should be great. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Link in the description for that book.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. So that should be good. Again, I can't vouch for it, but it looks like it has all the earmarks to be pretty amazing.
Right.
Jared Kushner's Saudi deal has got people buzzing like crazy, Frank. And
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
6 months after
I don't know who this is.
Donald Trump, you don't know who Jared Kushner is?
You
Isn't
know.
that his son-in-law?
His son.
It is, right.
Whoa,
Ev-
look at me.
very
Politician.
Okay. Yeah, it's Ivanka's husband. So,
Oh, he's jumping all over this. Go ahead.
well, that's a story. I don't know. So, 6 months after Donald Trump left office, Jared Kushner received $2 billion with a B dollars from
$2 billion.
the Saudi crown prince to his new company. Now he has a new company, but it's a very young company, and it's not really they
Great
work like a
America
lot,
Industries.
right. It's very new, and it's not it's not as vetted as it should be. It hasn't been around for a while. It's in its beginning stages, but he was able to secure a $2 billion deal with Saudi Arabia, and now a lot of people are saying that it looks like it could be creates the appearance of potential payback for Kushner's actions in the White House, or a bid for future favor if his dad or his father-in-law wins re-election in 2024. So that's what people are looking at it as. So it's a $2 billion deal. It doesn't really say exactly what it's for. It's like some investment. But it's very weird. Nobody.
By people, do you mean CNN?
Everybody was advising against this deal, but they went through it anyway. They funneled it through his company. But even though everybody was like, no, don't do it. It's a young company. They don't know what they're doing yet.
Let me drill down on it a little bit more. When you say everybody, even the people in Saudi Arabia were like, this doesn't look good.
This does not look like a good
I
idea.
said even CNN.
The Saudi prince was like, no, we're going to do it anyway. They were like, please don't do this. And the prince was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, $2 billion.
$2 billion. I don't know. For some reason, when you say that, I want to say it like that. Go ahead.
And it's just
a Yolanda Vega.
Yeah. So it just came from the New York Times, I believe.
Oh, they're good.
And it's just a shady freaking thing that
what I like about them?
questioning.
Unbiased.
Say again?
You know what I like about the New York Times is they're unbiased.
Completely,
Well, I don't know what to
completely
tell you.
unbiased.
That's what it is. $2 billion from Saudi Arabia 6 months after
It's
Trump was out of. Yeah,
it's shady shit, and it's like we just got over last week talking about how shitty and shady Hunter Biden is, and again, okay, if he did nothing, if Trump never goes into office, maybe it's not so bad, but we don't know what this was for. This is $2 billion is a crazy amount of money to put into a business.
Not to mention the fact that both Jared and Ivanka, while holding positions in the White House, they had official roles in the administration, made over $600 million. That's not their salary. So where were they? When you take a role in the government like that, as in the what's it called, executive branch of the government,
right?
You're kind of supposed to
right
curb your other businesses.
But Donald Trump didn't take a salary as president, so does that help?
Oh, well, okay. That should make up for the $2 million he scammed out of vets funds.
A lot of people were shouting
and
that
charities.
the last couple
It
episodes.
makes no sense to me. So he gave up $400,000. He
Yeah.
cheated a vets what's it called, veterans charities out of $2
There
million
we go.
and was forced to pay it back.
Well, let me just finish with this because I don't want to spend too much time on this, but
Thank God.
but
Are you big fans of the Trump administration?
No, I just find this topic extremely boring. Go ahead.
okay.
If you want me to be completely J-Seb's honest.
No, BJ Seb's honest. I love it. But this is the thing with this. We have to put this out there. Trump, and I don't know if he ever came around to it, but they were like the only people that were defending the Saudi prince after it was like, oh, did they kill, who was his name? Khashoggi?
Khashoggi, yeah.
He was like, yeah, I don't know if they did. And then like a week later, we had the video of this guy like going.
He was a journalist that was reporting on the Saudi prince.
Yeah.
And he arrived at their like palace or whatever, and he never came out.
Ooh.
So they obviously got rid of him, and Trump and everybody, they were like, no, I don't see why it would be, blah, 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 defended it. And it turns out, yeah, he did it. They did it. So
and the thing that bugs me about Trump is I feel like the amount of non-politicians we'll get to elect in our lifetime is what, 2? Will a person see 3 non-politicians get elected to the presidency? I mean,
to the presidency, yeah, that's.
When was the last time this happened? Really,
Reagan.
I was gonna say he was governor before, but yeah, he was an actor, so you can kind of say Reagan.
If he was governor, then he's a politician. So it's
but he wasn't. He was an actor. So I'll that's what I'm saying. I'll give you Reagan. I kind of Reagan.
Yeah,
he's like a half.
Yeah,
that was in 80.
Right.
Like we just don't really get that chance. And this idea of, and what's interesting about this is fucking, who's that nut bar said this on Rogan? Who's the guy? Kills the Sandy Hook kids all the time. Fuck is his name?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones said about the Trump administration that, yeah, Trump was an outsider, but he never drained the swamp because everybody around him, because he didn't take the money, everybody around him took the money.
And he made it easier for them to do.
We're pouring their ideas into his, into his head.
He brought more bullshit into the swamp.
Yeah. So even if let's assume that Donald Trump is the most purest non-politician we ever have, which some people believe, that's okay.
Yeah, the gold toilet real estate mogul is a stand-up guy.
My point is even that person cannot survive Washington D.C. politics. Like the special interests are going to get to these people no matter what.
That's the problem. Again, with the what's it called? Lobbying. Lobbying should be illegal.
Lobbying and campaign finance needs to be fixed before we could ever have another chance at somebody who's an outsider like Trump.
You get your salary for what you do for your job, and that is it. Yeah. Maybe for however long you're in a political position, you get your salary, and that is that. You can't be paid by special interest groups or lobbyists, and that's the way it should be.
But they'll even get you after now, as we see with Kushner or Obama getting. I'm not saying Obama's deals were bad, but he got the. Once you leave the office, the people are going to be there to throw millions at you, whether it's a book deal or a talking tour.
Once you're a private citizen,
tour.
Once you're a private citizen, you could basically do anything you want, but as long as it's on the up and up. But like this, just $2 billion deal with Saudi Arabia, there's a lot of shadiness around it because it's like, for what?
Because it's Trump. Say it, Frank.
No, it just doesn't make sense what they're getting for $2 billion.
Well, like I was saying with the Obama thing, he got the huge deal with Netflix and everything like that. Like maybe we shouldn't, maybe once you become president, you get to live. A president makes $400,000 a year. Even if you want to pay them that in perpetuity, that should be it. They shouldn't be able to maybe make more than that.
I think it's $100,000 a year, 100-something thousand a year.
No, the president makes $400,000 a year.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking it up.
Look it up. Double check that. But my point is like if you give yourself up for public office, be a public person then. you know.
Oh yeah,
Right,
you're
well,
right. 400
well-
a year. I'm sorry.
I could be right sometimes. For instance, Frank said I got a wrong apostrophe, and I fixed it on this next topic.
Thank you.
Britney
did.
Spears is pregnant.
What in the actual beep?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Now that her dad took away the what's it called, the
Chastity
birth
belt?
control, and
Any hole could be filled. Go ahead.
right.
But
She was
wait,
no more on the tummy.
I read something that people were confused. Is she
Yes.
pregnant or not? She's pregnant.
It's all over the place.
So I saw it 3 minutes after she posted it, and I'm like, wait, is she? You know, her posts have been very strange
Why would you think she's not?
because she's talking about being food pregnant in the post.
You think it's just a food baby?
That's what she's saying. But she actually says food baby, food pregnant. But then she's like, and then 4 days later, I made sure that I was still more food pregnant. And I took a test, and it's very strange. But she has been very strange. So I don't really know. I don't know what to make of this. I'll be honest. I can't say 100% that she is.
Yeah, this is weird. I'm looking it up, and people are confused. They don't know whether or not she's pregnant. This is strange.
Yep. Bird, I was serenading you. You get 500 points if you know what song I was lip syncing. Thank you.
I don't even know. Could you do it again? I don't even. Oh, you were lip syncing?
I was while you guys were talking because I was bored and
I wanna say,
childlike.
Oops, I did it again.
Nope.
I don't know. I wasn't even looking at you.
And
What was it?
Paige, her posts are childlike. Yes, they're very. I know you guys probably don't even waste your time reading them, but they're very strange. It's like, and she posts her again the videos of her twirling and dancing and just very like rants that go on, and you're like, okay, someone needs to take away her phone from her. Honestly, and you know I love my Britney, but
You do. The spinning and the twirling those were some strange videos.
very strange.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
here's what she wrote. If you wanted
Go
to
ahead.
hear. Okay, she wrote, "I lost so much weight to go on my Maui trip, only to get it back. I thought, geez, what happened to my stomach? My husband said, no, you're food pregnant, silly. So I got a pregnancy test, and well, I am having a baby." And she put the baby face emoji. And then she wrote, 4 days later, I got a little more food pregnant. Monkeys with their hands over their eyes. It's growing. If 2 are in there, I might just lose it. So everybody's like, is she pregnant or is she just food pregnant? It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not clear, but everybody's like saying, "Oh, Britney Spears is pregnant." But hello,
Well, I guess we'll find out. You know.
Yeah, I mean, eventually something's got to give.
That's kind of the vibe, though. Didn't we get the feeling like wasn't that was one of the things? She was like, "Oh, my dad wouldn't let me have a baby, so you got to figure she's gonna
another baby. Yep.
get pregnant as soon as she can have the. As soon as she
Yeah,
has
she
the
has-
chance.
Yep.
So she has 2 already. This would be number 3.
Yep.
Is she having a boy, girl, or a future conservatorship? Do we know yet?
The tests are not in for that yet.
I'd love to see that.
Not yet.
See.
It'd be a good test to have.
Right.
Did you guys see the JetBlue flight video that's going around like crazy?
No, what is this?
All right, this guy is just
I
like
did.
screaming at these flight attendants that he's got to get off the plane. He's got to go. He's like, we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe. We got to.
Are they mid-flight?
No. So as it turns out, like, because you don't really, I mean, you see this video and you're like, what is going on here? So as the story turns out, they were trying to land at JFK in New York City, and they got diverted, I think, several times because of bad weather in the area.
Okay.
So they had to land in Newark.
Oh
And
God.
The video, which is hell, I get it. I mean, who wants to? You wind up in Newark. But they landed Newark, and then they're about to take off from Newark to go to JFK, which what could that possibly be? A 2.5 minute flight?
Right.
Yeah, I think you barely get to any kind of crazy height. You just go up for maybe a couple thousand feet, and you're landing again.
And you're landing again. And these people would not sit down and put their seatbelts on because
You know
they were
what?
terrified by what
Well,
was
there was-
happening.
There
What
was
were they
people
terrified about?
There was people throwing up. and they were getting sick, and they were extremely hot. And somebody was saying that, I guess it was flight crew was like, "Do you guys want some tea or coffee?" And everyone's like, "No, it's fucking 900 degrees on the plane. Why do we want hot drinks?" Because, okay, well, there was a big problem at LaGuardia on Friday, I think. And a lot of these, no joke, flights lately have been not great at all.
I don't know what's happening. All I hear is horror stories from people who are flying.
Can we see this video or we can't show it?
I'll play you the clip if you want to hear it.
We can't see it?
I don't think we can see it. No.
All right. Can you play the audio or no?
Yeah, I could play the audio for you if you want to hear it. But back to what Janine said, the fucking okay, a lot of it is Spirit. People would love to just shit on Spirit Airlines.
That's true.
But which I'm not opposed to. But I just nonstop from people that delays and cancellations. I don't know what is happening in a post-pandemic world, but it feels like ever since the pandemic, things have been off as far as airlines go.
Yep. Well, at LaGuardia, so a lot of flights were canceled or just delayed, and the security line, I don't know if I have it. I'm looking around like I have it. I don't know if I have it still, but the security line was all the way outside of the actual building.
I saw that. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That. Yeah.
So people were pissed. People were.
How does it get like that? I don't understand. I mean, they have these a schedule for the flights. It takes a certain amount of time. I don't understand how it could get backed up like that.
I don't know, but they said, a comedian I was listening to the other day said, all right, COVID happened and not many people were flying or not flying at all. They had a year and a half to correct whatever problems they had before. Hello, like, wouldn't you know how to do it by now? I don't
you think they would have all sat down, had a meeting, and said, here are our problems.
Yep.
Are you ready for this audio? This is several people yelling all out at the
flight attendants.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are putting everybody, our life at risk. You can arrest me. I wasn't scared. No, I'm not going back up in the air.
You get the one guy, you can arrest me. I'm not going back up in the air. He's like, you can arrest me. Wait, there's another guy who comes in. He's the best.
The weather wasn't good. This airplane was going down.
Look, man, I'll do something crazy. You can arrest me. I don't want to go back up in the air. Yeah, but do me a favor. No. Officer, my kids are panicking. People are sick back there. We got to get off this plane. I don't want to be on this plane. It's dangerous. We tried to land 4 times already. It's dangerous. We're scared to fly. We want to get off. Take me to jail. Please, I don't want to go to jail, but it's not right. For 6 hours, it's a 3-hour flight. It's not your fault. It's not their fault. We just want to get off. I don't care about JFK. It's our lives.
It's a crazy situation because it's like
they rather get off at Newark and drive to JFK or whatever than get back up in the air. Probably because they don't want to be delayed again. Or I guess when was it? That video was what from?
It was a couple days ago. It was on TikTok. Yeah.
So they tried to land 4 times. They landed in Newark.
Yeah.
And now they want to take off again and go to JFK.
They sat there for 60 minutes. And they're like, okay, we're gonna get going, and then this meltdown just happened. They were like, and it's kind of weird because it's like, this guy is saying they tried to land 4 times in JFK.
Could be exaggerated there.
Could be, but it could be some attempts. It could be bumpy. I get it. I get being scared. But at the same time, it's not like they're in fucking Toledo. They're in Newark. Like if people want to get off and take a cab,
it's like an hour away.
Plane.
Just hey, anybody who wants to leave, go ahead. Go ahead.
That would be great. This is your captain speaking. If you'd like to leave,
go ahead.
And that would be nice. Get that announced.
Perfect. Just open the door. What's the problem? Why wouldn't they just let people? Yeah. They're already on the ground.
We have free bulletproof vests for when you depart the plane. Thank you.
Bulletproof vests
for Newark.
Well, they're in Newark.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
third
just
world
let them
country.
off, and just anybody else wants to go to JFK, we're gonna take off in 10 minutes. Just let them off.
On the other
Ugh.
hand, though, like they're all like rising up, like we don't want to go back in the air. It's bad weather. Supposedly, according to JetBlue, they could be, of course, they could be making this up. They took off and landed like 5 minutes later. Everybody was fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they know better than the people sitting on the plane
Sitting in the back,
if they're
yeah,
able to
exactly.
land or not.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of trust the pilot. I mean, this is again, we're living in this insane society where people are like, I know better than everybody else and the experts. And it's kind of like, I think the pilot knows.
Pilot knows better.
But the
than
thing
you.
is, too, not so much that it was dangerous, but that they didn't want to have to be on the plane for another 3-4 hours.
It was probably extremely uncomfortable. And I agree. If they were on the ground in the airport, pull up to a gate and let whoever wants to leave out.
Yeah.
And if half the plane wants to go to JFK, you take off and you land where you're supposed to land.
So now the flight was coming from Cancun, Mexico, and according to JetBlue, there was a customs issue where they could not legally allow them
People off at
I was going to say
Newark.
there's probably issues.
Yeah.
All right, so then you got to go by the rules then.
Which I'm okay with, but again, you're talking about in New York, you have LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark. You can throw a tennis ball from one to the other, all of them.
Exactly. If you want,
they're all right next to each other. What difference does it make?
I see no difference if you want to let people up, but the problem is if it's an international flight and they got to go by customs rules and they're expecting them in JFK, they're not expecting this flight to land in Newark, then you got to go by the rules. That's what it is. Maybe, I don't know why it was 1,000,000 degrees in that plane. It shouldn't be that. What the hell is going on with that?
It always is. Have you noticed that sometimes when you land in that plane?
I'm always freezing on these planes.
No, it could be cold on a plane, but when you land, for whatever reason, it's like they turn off that air conditioner immediately. And then
That's
you're
true.
Sitting there and it bakes.
That's
right
true.
away.
Once they shut all the power off, yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
One time, knock on wood, only one time this has happened to me.
Was it at band camp or somewhere else?
One time at band camp. I don't know. I added the accent.
The hell is going on?
I flew from the Bahamas to Miami, and we got on the plane, and we were on tarmac for 3 hours, and there was no AC.
Yeah, that sucks.
And you know me, I always get hot. I'm always hot. Okay, I'm always hotter than the natural human. I say natural human, average person. There you go. I was so annoyed and mad that I could have made a video at that point. And my husband was like, "You need to calm down." And I'm like, "I'm too fucking hot. Don't look at me. I'll murder you on this plane right now."
That is insane. I don't know why they can't have air conditioning going.
Exactly. Plus, it's Miami. It's hot. So after 3 hours, they made us get off and go back in the airport. And they were like, "Oh, sorry. There's no more flights from Miami to New York. So you have to get one tomorrow."
They made you sit on a hot plane for 3 hours, only to let you out and say, "Yep, sorry."
Yep.
That's bullshit.
So I could see how people could get because you're stuck.
Yeah, you're under
Once those
control.
doors close, you can't get back off unless you are dying or whatever. But honestly, even then, they're like, wait, maybe you could wait until we land. And
there's almost nothing you can do.
Yep. And people were pissed off too. So thankfully, it's only happened once. But
I thought they passed the flight. What do they call it? The flyer rights and rules a couple of years. Because I remember, by the way, there's a horrific story I'm going to bring up. But I remember when I used to work at JFK, and they had a rule then that if a flight leaves the gate, it is considered on time. And they would push planes off from the gate, knowing full well they had 2 hours in front of them.
Yes.
Before they were to take off. Because you think about how the air, it compounds. Like you got 3 flights in front of you, you know, if you're 3 flights off, then next thing you know, you're 7 flights off. Then next thing you know,
just keep piling in.
There are 10 planes that need to take off when your plane pushes off the gate, and you just got to wait.
Nothing you can do.
And I remember one of my supervisors, he was screaming at us once. This was when I was in baggage, and he was screaming at us. He was like, "We've got to get this plane loaded. Like it is because the amount of paperwork these people had to do. If the thing left even a minute late, they were buried in like paperwork, and he hated to do paperwork. So he would be out there like a jockey on a horse, just fucking screaming at us, like even to the degree where some things maybe didn't get X-rayed that probably should have been X-rayed.
Yikes.
And it was
Oops.
just fucking. By the way, this was pre 9/11, not too pre, but pre.
J-Sebs,
And-
don't scream my stuff. Go ahead.
It was just like fucking throw it in and get it out there. And I remember like there was one time where we literally like 4 or 5 of us hopped on the tug, and that's the thing that pulls all the baggage
Ooh.
carts,
Oh, that sounds sexy. Go ahead.
and ran out there to help them load the fucking plane, which we're not supposed to do. Load the plane to get it all loaded up, and it fucking pushed off. And there, I mean, literally, it would move 20 feet, and that was it. Put the brakes on. Fucking pilot would get out a newspaper, and they would just sit there and wait. And he's like, "I don't give a shit." He's like, "Let those people rot out there." He's like, "As long as it's not at the gate, we're fine." And that was
Jeez.
their.
I don't
Thanks.
understand what takes so long to send a plane. It takes literally 2 minutes to get a plane in the air. Why does it take forever to get them off the ground?
Because that you have first of all, you have delays landing, right? When you have huge airports like JFK, you got all sorts of things that, if a plane's delayed coming in here, air traffic's got to get people in, runways, taxiways all get taken up. And then, like I said, you start 2 or 3 planes don't go off on time.
It backs
That's it.
everything up.
That's it. You never catch up to that ever until it's like 11 o'clock at night. And then you can
It's a
get all
nightmare.
caught up.
I can't imagine running an airport like that.
How about this story from Gary? He was flying to, let me see here, Nashville to Vancouver. I was on a flight nonstop, Nashville to Vancouver. The commodes overflowed on takeoff and ran the complete aisle. It was horrendous.
Oh,
4
No way.
hours
He's
of
lying.
liquid
He's
crap in the aisle.
He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
oh my God.
Is he
Actually,
kidding me?
can I tell you? This just triggered a gross memory in my mind.
Oh, let's hear it.
I was young. For whatever reason, I took my shoes off on the plane. I was like 7 or 8 or whatever it was. And I was walking to the back to go to the bathroom.
Oh no.
And I'm like, why is the floor all wet?
Oh no.
In my socks. Stepped in,
No.
overflowed.
Wait, what do you mean in your socks?
Because I was in my socks. I wasn't wearing shoes.
I
I remember my mom was at the elevator. She's like, where are your shoes? I'm like, I took it off. It's like a plane. I was just relaxing, taking it easy. And
Oh,
I'm
you're
like-
that guy.
And now my socks are wet and they're covered in pee, basically.
Why would
whole
it
plane's
overflow? It goes right out the plane.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened somewhere.
It gets flushed and sent out.
Does it really? Is that how it works?
Oh yeah, no, it just drops wherever.
No,
you
you're lying.
No,
Yeah.
sure. Just drops. They drop it.
Like
a bird.
birdies?
Yeah, because when you drop it from that height, it just evaporates before it hits the ground.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
If it's number
Well, let me
one,
tell you,
number two, I don't know if it's evaporated.
I was gonna say because on a JetBlue flight that never mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
That
man.
that did not evaporate.
Oh boy. What about Lisa G's story? I
Just kidding,
fainted.
because I never did that.
I
Go ahead.
fainted on landing, even though I was sitting down. I managed to hit the button before passing out. Woke up with a nurse and a priest praying over me.
Oh my god!
What? A priest?
What?
That's scary.
Is this a movie, Lisa?
That's a scene out of Airplane.
It's a little over dramatic on whoever was, calling her to get a priest. Well, I guess maybe if the priest was already on the plane, is that what happened?
I guess so. But they landed, I guess, upon landing. I'm sure they didn't call a priest into the plane. I'm sure he was on the plane,
I mean, I hope so. Oh,
right? Planes are nightmares for the most part.
Are you afraid? What would you? Well, you're not afraid to fly, but you get sick.
I get motion sickness, but I'm fine flying. Lately, whenever I've had to fly, I'm fine. As long as I don't eat a huge meal before I fly, I'm fine.
Jay Sams, you have any fear of flying, or you're okay with it?
nah, I'm good. I got over that. No, I just don't like when you first take off. I cannot look out the window.
Oh, I love that part.
Oh, you're one of these people?
I can't look out the window because I'm always afraid I'm going to see a woman on the side of the plane on the wing.
You're going to see what? A woman?
A woman.
Why is there a woman on the plane?
You
and
know,
not a monster from.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Half woman, half monster.
Oh, okay.
A succubus. I'm afraid I'm going to see Jada Pinkett Smith on the side of the
Oh, that's everyone's fear. That's bad.
She's like, I know you like to plan parties. Get off the plane. Get off my plane. What's
Jace, Miss Justice loves the takeoff part. She just said that as you said you hated it.
It's the best part. It's like, when I get a shot, I have to see it. I have to watch it. The needle. When I take off, I have to see what's going on. Otherwise, I get nauseous because I don't know what's happening. I have to see us take. All right, this is the feeling of us taking flight, and
you have to watch. Say no, I can't look because if I like catch it from the other side of the plane, like the window open on that side. Oh my God, no, I don't like that. I love landing though.
What about when you're in the air and the plane does one of these?
Yeah,
and you see the sunlight just moving all around, moving in all crazy directions because the plane's doing this.
See, that's why I don't like to look.
That's fun.
No, thank you. Yeah, no.
I have no fear of flying. I just it's crashing. That's the problem. I'm afraid of crashing.
That'll gag. You know what I hate when somebody who's like Janine doesn't like to look out the window on takeoff and is sitting in a window seat. Has that ever happened?
No, no. I don't like to. That's why I don't really care about sitting in a window seat.
I prefer the window seat.
I love the window seat because I love to look out the window. But I've been on a plane where I've seen like the person was sitting in the window, closed the window, looked at me and goes, I can't look out the window. I go, do you want to switch seats then? Because you're wasting the window seat.
Sorry, I can't look. I can't look.
I also don't want to give you my seat.
Right.
Paige, I like this comment. My daughter just got back from a work trip to Malawi. The fuck is Malawi?
I'm going to guess Hawaii, but I don't know.
Also, I swear to God, I thought Paige was 16 years old. Doesn't she look young? She doesn't look like she has a child old enough to fucking travel. That seems insane.
That does seem crazy.
Anyway, she traveled to Malawi, which I think is made up, but I'll take her word for it. Traveled a lot. First time on Qatar, she said it felt like pure luxury.
Ooh, yeah. Some of these airlines have these crazy seats, these crazy setups.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the regular airline where you're like crammed and your back is all screwed up and you're freezing. Those are the worst. But Qatar,
United, Emirates, was Emirates Airlines?
Mm-hmm. United Emirates, yep.
Okay, Casey Neistat, I don't even know, 5 years ago now maybe, went on like a plane. It was like a $30,000 plane ticket.
Yikes.
And he showed you what it was. And ever since then, I will, whenever the YouTube algorithm gives me one of these crazy expensive plane ticket videos, I will always watch it. It is always super interesting to see the luxury on some of these airplanes.
They give you there's like a bed, your own TV, and it's wonderful.
Now I flew that. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Now you're like this.
I was gonna say, I know now, right?
Also, window, please.
Yeah, but some of them, and including Emirates, you get a full-on pod. Like the days of like, oh look, your seat reclines into a bed. Look how great. These people have pods. There was one plane he took. I forget where it was. By the way, these videos have like 400 million views because they're so insane. But there was one where he literally had like an apartment and it had its own like shower. Like had its own.
Well, that's just why not just take a private plane at that point?
It's crazy. And full, like you go upstairs and there's a full bar and lounge and that's like
crazy.
It's like insane.
I've never seen that before either. Like, you know how there's planes in movies that have like multiple levels and like a bar and all this crap, but it looks like a commercial plane where your average person is on the plane. It's not like a movie star plane or something.
Right.
And I've never seen them in real life. I get excited when there's more than one aisle. Like, oh look, 2 aisles on there's 3 rows of seats. I know. This is weird.
Can I tell you something, big dog? You never will. Okay. You're a Spirit JetBlue guy like the rest of us.
We all get stuck in those cheaper things.
Speak for yourself, okay?
Oh, I forgot. You got flown to fucking the Caribbean for a Christmas party.
That's
ridiculous.
Monaco. Jeez.
And so that was I flew and it was an all business airline. So it was from here to Paris. And I'm like, my boss at the time was like, what are you gonna fly? And I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm checking for like British Airways or whatever. And he's like, no, you're gonna fly this other airline. And I was like, what? And I can't remember the name of it. But I'm like, that's like just all bit like it's just business. Like there's no. So I was like, okay. Well, the tickets were almost. Oh God, I don't even want to say it.
How much
It
were
was
they?
almost
You didn't pay for it.
No, I didn't pay. Almost $10,000 each.
What? They paid $10,000 for their employee to fly to a Christmas party in Monaco.
And I was like, I
And
told
you
him,
left this place?
No,
For this?
the place closed
Oh, okay.
Oh,
because of me.
Because they keep
Right.
spending 10 grand on a plane
true.
ticket.
I was like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, and he's like, no, you're flying. You want to be comfortable. He's like, remember, you have a fear of flying, and you get anxious on planes. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. So, just
My
touch this
God.
quick. So it was 2 seats on each side. It fully went into a bed. Got own TV. Like you were able to watch American shows, like The Office. I remember this. And then there
That's
was like
big.
literally 9 courses of food.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I can't even. And it wasn't horrible. It was actually good because airplane food.
10 grand.
And I was like, oh God.
I can't imagine spending 10 grand on a plane ticket.
So I put it in the chat, the Casey Neistat video. It's a $21,000 first class airplane seat.
Oh my God.
And take a look at what comes up in the suggested views when you guys watch it later, because the
Now
other
I have
one,
to watch this.
the one I posted got 77 million views. The other one only got 52 million views. And I think the second one is better because that was the one that he went on. So after his first video went viral, then all the airlines started inviting him on so he could film their like shit. But I mean, who's paying $21,000 for a seat?
And you know what the thing is? It's not like you're paying to like stay at a hotel. You're in the air for a few hours. It's imagine what is it, 21 grand for just a few hours.
Well, these planes are the ones that do 18-hour flights. So I mean, it's
so they take the long way. They take the scenic route.
well.
I think Paris was what? Is it 7 hours or 8 hours from New York?
Yeah, about 7 or 8
Something
hours.
like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course now you're spoiled. Like you said, now you're spoiled. I'm spoiled because I come back and I'm like, what?
I can't go back to coach.
What do you mean? There's no fucking internet on this plane? What? I'm gonna go crazy. I can't go back to coach, right? So, and I have done the JetBlue, New York to California. That one's nice. The Mint. You hear that one or no?
No,
because that's the one where they have a class, right? They have like a first class.
Yeah. Yep. It's only for like those long flights, but that's really nice too.
I think they should have more theme planes. Like you get on the Metallica plane, and they they blast the music. And
Everything.
What
has to
about
be
the
with
Trump?
Metallica.
What about the Trump plane?
They could have that for people who want to do
If you
that.
want Frank to buy something,
Yeah,
make it a Metallica anti-Trump themed thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he will just
All over that.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, exactly. He'll just pay for it.
Yep.
The worst day of Frank's life is when he finds out that James Hetfield voted for Donald Trump. That is going to be the worst day in his life.
They never get into politics, to tell you the truth. And
That
whatever
you know
they do, sometimes they go like they do these charity stuff. So it's not like they don't go partisan stuff. They don't do partisan things. Like they did Global Citizens. They did that concert. So that's like the most they do.
If I found out who they voted for and I put it in an envelope and I left it with you.
Oh, whoa.
Would you? I fucking love this question. If I handed you an envelope with Metallica's voting record on it, would you be tempted to open it and take a look?
I wouldn't look at it.
You would not look at it?
No.
And I just left it there. Not like you have 10 minutes to decide. I fucking bring an envelope to your house.
I don't want to know.
And I say to you, don't treat this like an engagement ring. Put it where you can find it.
Well,
And you telling
I
me
wasn't
after like
expecting that.
that was good.
you're telling me after 2 weeks you wouldn't be like, oh fuck it.
No, I would have threw out the envelope by then.
Anthony, I was gonna say his wife's G spot, but go ahead. Yours was better.
Thank you.
Treat it
Jeez.
like you went
Good Lord.
like you can't.
You
find
wouldn't
it.
you wouldn't be tempted to take a look and see?
No. The only question that I would have would be James. I know that the other three are very are lean liberal, but James is kind of
Or
more
do you?
conservative. James is a little more conservative. He is a hunter. He's had all these, that kind of thing. But
He's a
gun
man.
and whatever. But
He's a
I
man.
think, but I don't know. But so I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't care.
Wow, that's huge.
Wow.
Plus, it's none of my business. If they want to say, then they'll say. But
No, they gave me the envelope. They're like, here, if you give it to Frank and if he wants to open it.
so
he
they
can
gave
open
it to you.
Yeah.
They were like, give it to liberal pussy Frank.
Yeah, that's what they said.
At liberal.
At liberal pussy.
I probably wouldn't.
You
Really?
wouldn't?
Why
Nah.
not?
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could.
You couldn't respect them then if they voted for Trump? Was that it?
No, I mean, I know that at least 3 of them didn't.
Maybe.
Knowing who they are.
You'd be surprised, Frank. You would be very
I'm
surprised.
just saying.
Right, Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have voted for Trump that you wouldn't think. voted
Yeah,
for
no, I'm
Trump.
sure. But I don't
He
know.
did win. He did win an election.
He won once.
Maybe 2, if depending on who you ask. You know.
Yeah,
Definitely
he
too.
definitely didn't win too.
Oh shit! I don't know if I could show that kind of restraint. I would probably crack that envelope open and look at it and see.
Yeah, I'm good. Let me just enjoy their music, please.
All right. Elon Musk is not joining the Twitter board. Quick update on this because we did obsess over this story when he bought Twitter. Again, 9% stake. We talked about the fact that if you're on the board, you can't own more than 15%. The morning Saturday morning, they were going to announce, welcome Elon to the board. He fucking calls him up 15 minutes before and says, I'm going to decline the seat. Thanks anyway. This was after they've talked to him for, I guess, weeks.
That kind of pisses me off. That's
Why?
it's a little irresponsible. You have that much control and you don't want to have a say in anything.
Well, here's the thing. People are wondering, although it's a long shot, they say, but people are wondering if he takes the seat, he can't buy more than 15% of the company. If he doesn't take the seat, which he's done, you can technically go out there and buy 30, 40, 51%.
He would have done it already.
No, it takes a long time to do that. There's a lot of people that own a lot of different, depending on what their share structure is too, with super shares and all this crazy stuff. Depending on what their setup is.
Yeah,
you could turn your head now. Right?
Oops.
Yeah, you don't have to
Is that
cough.
better?
You don't have to cough directly into the microphone.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. And I didn't want to be disrupted. Just disruptive.
Oh shit.
Wait. Is that
Thank
better?
you.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
better.
good. I just don't want to get any.
You can't hear
emails
it.
Today.
You can't really hear
No,
it.
you could hear it. It's just way
It's just
less
faint.
than right into the microphone.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Why'd you give her a microphone?
Really?
Um,
baby.
anyway. It's not karaoke. It's just
We should do a karaoke show, but we can't really because we can't do the music.
that's true. We can't. We could do it. Just nobody will ever see it ever again after
That's
the first
true.
time.
Just us three. That's it.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of what's going on there with Elon. I can I tell you something? Elon is the reason why we love Trump. The reason why we love the entertainment value of Trump is also why we're starting to love Elon.
It's true.
It's unpredictable. It's a little
Right.
wacky.
I don't love Trump, and I have very little feelings for Elon. Why do we love Elon?
Because
He's interesting.
he's interesting. He's wacky.
Yeah,
he's
we don't have to
unpredictable.
love him.
He's a billionaire. It doesn't mean
You
know
could
what
be
they were,
interested in what he's doing, but you don't have to love the guy.
you know what they were saying.
He's a genius.
He's
He's
a
really
genius.
not. He's a billionaire, but he's not a genius. He didn't invent Tesla. He just bought it.
He did,
Smart.
but he did a lot of things to like. He did a lot of super smart things.
All right. Maybe
I
he's
mean,
a
I,
genius.
I
I don't
think I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
He has a huge bank account. Go ahead.
big hog too, tripod.
I
know.
heard.
Is that correct?
Mhm.
That's what I hear.
It's almost as big as Pete's.
All right.
That's interesting. But anyway, like he's unpredictable, and so what they were saying is he's basically fucking around with Twitter. Like it doesn't matter to him
That's why it's
because
annoying.
on the best, like in the best case scenario that he raises the profit of Twitter, he could make that from Tesla in a week, what he could do in a lifetime at Twitter. So it just goes to show you how much it doesn't matter to him. Like he doesn't care if he messes with the stock price of Twitter. It's a pimple on his ass.
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
make a
nothing
difference.
to him, but it affects millions of other people.
I think that's great. I think you need people to fuck around with the system a little bit and have some fun.
Mhm.
Have some fun, but it's at other people's expense. Like just leave stuff. If you all right, if you want to be a silent, partner or whatever, if you want,
Who's paying for it? All the stock's gone up, so everybody else is profiting off of this craziness.
that's fine. I'm not saying he can't buy stock. He could buy whatever stock he wants. But if you're the main shareholder, then I feel like there's some responsibility that comes with that. No,
Yeah.
It's
all
Twitter.
right.
Yeah.
Good
Plus,
answer.
you've
Yeah.
definitely laughed at other people's expense.
Oh, all the time. But I mean, I'm not
I have.
screwing with their financial anything.
Yeah, me either. $10,000 for a round trip.
Yeah.
I like it. I can't wait to see what he does next. It's become a TV show. It's
But he's
more
done.
interesting
But you can't wait to see what he does next. He's not doing anything.
yet.
Okay.
You'll see. Till
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember all the fun we had with Dogecoin because of Elon? That was a blast. That was a great time.
What-
Riding that train.
You rode that train and you didn't. What'd you get out
I'd
of
like
it?
to ride that train. What?
Not that. It's not a different kind of train. Janine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry.
okay. It's okay.
Different train.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
what's
next topic, me. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Is the
God.
next topic you?
I think so.
Yes. The next topic is Jason.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Listen, you hear things from people. We were at a gathering. There was alcohol and drinks.
And pizza.
I heard some shady shit went down when Janine's husband wasn't around.
What did you hear?
I just heard there was an incident. There was a thing. I heard there would be some pictures. I'll try and get them. If I get them, I will put them in the members area. People.
Jay Sabs, what do you have to say about this? These accusations?
I don't. I don't
I'll
want to.
also add them on my OnlyFans. Go ahead.
I don't want to put her in a weird position because her husband's involved and whoever else this other person is.
Whoa.
I don't know. We'll see. Will it ever come to light? Will I ever get it? I don't know. Maybe. I will say if I get it, it will go to the members only portion first. That's what I will.
Ooh,
So
okay.
Jay Sabs right now is not allowed to reveal if this is true or not.
Well, would you if you were caught doing something bad with somebody else other than your wife, would you want that? Would you want to talk about that?
Well, then why'd you put it up as a topic?
Because I heard from somebody that this took place and they thought I would find it interesting. So
I did it for my kids.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
Exactly.
Right.
But all right.
Exactly.
Right.
I did it for my kids.
Oh
Mhm.
boy. I don't know what this means, but members will find out, I guess.
Yeah, they will. Janie brought up an interesting point. Elon had a thing with Amber Heard, and that trial started today. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. We talked about this a long time ago. Do we care
Right.
about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp?
Yeah, kind of.
I like the story when I forget she took a shit on his pillow or something like that. That was fun.
Did she really?
Yeah, remember? You don't remember that? Like they had like a
Sounds
case.
familiar.
Yeah, I think she shit on his pillow and he got pink eye from it.
That's called the curse of the Black Pearl.
I remember talking about that.
That's what that is.
Okay.
At least it wasn't on a dead man's chest.
Well, that's good. The more Pirates of the Caribbean humor we can have on this podcast, the better off we're going to be long.
I
Oh
figured.
my
What the
God.
hell?
So here's the thing. I just got a text message from somebody watching the live show saying there are photos and I will receive them shortly.
Oh my God.
This is a breaking news story.
I mean, there's so much that I'm scared of right now. I'm not even sure. I don't want to incriminate myself more than I should.
You could plead the fifth.
here
There
you
you
go.
go.
Hey, there are photos. You will get them soon. Sabs in compromising positions.
Oh boy.
Oh God, I'm always in a compromising position. So
So this might be nothing new.
might be.
Well,
I mean,
let's be honest. I think it's business as usual, but for the audience, it's a new thing.
Right.
All right. So what you're saying is the only way to see these pictures and find out the truth is to become a member.
Become a member, because if we get them, I will put them there first for two reasons. One, Janine can't sue me because she's not a member, and two,
darn it.
yeah,
I don't know if that'll hold up in court.
See, reason one. That was reason two.
All right.
So yeah, very interesting. Do you want to say anything, Janine, or do you want to just stay quiet for now?
I'm not
could be
saying
bullshit.
anything. Yeah, I
if
know.
it's
I
bullshit-
don't know.
Do you want to deny it?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, I'm denying everything.
You're saying this person's a liar.
Yep.
That's a big move. I like that play.
Do I know this person?
Yes.
And this person has a picture of J Sabs.
Do I know this person?
This person was at the same gathering that we were all at this past weekend. So that's big. By the way, did you notice this? So just so everybody knows and doesn't feel bad, we all got together for a friends gathering this past weekend. It started at 2:00. Janine showed up 45 minutes later. So just don't think she just does that for the podcast. That is how Janine rolls.
I blame my kids.
Without her husband.
Now, I should tell you this.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Frank and I were in a panic because she
Go
shows
ahead.
up with the kids and what appeared to be a blood splotch on her clothing. And Frank and I got nervous that her
We're like, what's that red dot on your sweater?
Yeah, that her husband wasn't there. Turns out it was just Jello, and her husband showed up an hour after she did. So everything was okay.
Much to our relief.
But for a little while there, we were like, should we call the police?
I mean,
Should we not call the police?
we were a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. That hour, we were sweating a little bit.
It's panic.
Right.
It was severe panic.
Right.
Yeah.
All was okay, obviously.
And then, as it turns out, we were at a super spreader event because one person was the famous person who has COVID, and now we've got temperatures going like crazy, spreading around the group here. And I don't know, Frank, you might have COVID. Did you get a test?
I did not. I don't feel any symptoms. We were outside, so
This person
right
wasn't
now.
even within 6 inches of. Excuse me.
That's a COVID sneeze. Bless you.
Well, I just had it, so I can't get it again. Dum. This person is probably not allowed within 6 feet of the famous person, so they definitely did not get it.
I don't know, but we know somebody who works with somebody of prominence that all of a sudden is like, hey, so and so has COVID. And we're like, what the fuck? Why, give us a little warning.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I'm the one who announced it to the group again.
Can I tell you something? I saw it on Twitter. I got so excited. I copied the link. My mind's racing through all the permutations of jokes.
Yes.
I get into the friend chat. There it was from Janine. Like, son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
And I had a really good line, which no one laughed at. And then I had to like my own comment so people would see me to see the comment again.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I forgot.
That is a desperate move.
She liked her own comment so that it would show up in the chat again as JSAB liked blah blah blah.
Oh,
because it was a good. Tell me what it was it was a funny comment.
I don't remember the comment.
I don't think it was that
wow,
funny. Wait, I have to go
what?
back now.
Goodbye, guys. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
It's a million things said on our chats. I don't remember.
I said, wow, a lot of amazing people have gotten COVID in the last few weeks. I named a few famous people. Maybe someone caught on that I also had COVID in the last few weeks, but nope, over everyone's head. Like, hello, could I not be more clear? So now I'm like, what do I do? You know what? I liked my comment because I liked it.
I
so
still
I'm
don't get it.
I'm gonna like it again.
I don't get it.
Me.
Yeah, you, but we knew that.
I don't think that was that funny.
I don't think anybody else knows.
That you had COVID?
Nobody else knows, I don't think.
Well, once we knew.
Only maybe my brother and his wife, but no one else knows.
Me, my wife, Anthony, his wife.
Yeah.
But the rest of the group does not know. I don't think.
No, well, that's not true because Frank's brother and sister-in-law weren't there.
They probably know though. I'm sure we told them. I probably not.
The host of the party watches the podcast religiously, so we know he saw it. I mean, he fast forwards just to get to the Trump parts, but still, I mean, he saw it. It had to be in there.
I don't know. But hopefully, everybody feeling okay?
Oh,
I know. I feel a little run down, to be honest with you. I'm feeling a little off now. My daughter's got a fever.
Oh boy.
Well, she got that from someone else. It's not from.
Hard to tell.
No, it's
Can I
definitely.
tell you
not
something
from
right
that
now?
person.
I'm blaming the other person. I'm blaming the host of the party, and I'm blaming Jay Sabs. Those are my
Why
three
me?
Yeah.
leading suspects.
Well, you're third, but like a distant third.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sue. I think.
well,
I'm going to sue whoever you sue. I'll jump on board.
and
Go ahead.
your kid can't. Your kid can't have it. Anyway.
Yeah, I doubt that. She's whatchamacallit? She's like Will Smith and I Am Legend.
Ooh, immune. Nice.
She's immune. Yeah, she's immune, and she throws one hell of a party. Although I think it has more to do with her own ego than.
And she
See,
just slaps
I
the
don't
shit
like-
out of whoever
Oh,
makes
I don't
fun
like
of her
this
dad.
idea. Sorry. Darn it.
We actually went to an adult pizza party where our idiot friend got a one of those pizzeria ovens, and
Definitely not an idiot for
Installed,
that.
installed in the yard. But I have to say,
oh, it's a great oven. He's still an idiot. That has
It was-
nothing. One has nothing to do with the other.
it was delicious.
So it was kind of a casual thing, like, oh, I'll make a pizza, we'll eat it, or, make another pizza, we'll make it different, make this one, make that one. We had vodka slice, we had ricotta slice, we had
Pesto.
pesto.
There
What
was
was
an
the other one?
arugula with prosciutto and
Very good.
everything.
They were all
Oh,
delicious.
God.
All these different cheeses.
Before it started, our
God.
friend's brother goes, we ate more this way than we would have if we would have just like had a bunch of pizzas, like ordered a bunch of pizzas. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. You should be able to control yourself. Like 3 hours into the party, our friend goes, do you know how many slices you've had? And I was like, no, I've had way too many slices.
Yeah, we all lost count, and
Yeah.
it was a lot because it was
Two.
we went through a ton of pizza.
Because you go, oh, I'll take a slice of this, I'll take a slice of that, and then because I said I had every pie except for 3, and he's like, well, I made 18 pies, so you had like 15 slices. I'm like,
I think you're
"That is a lot."
being I think you're being nice. I think there was more than 18 because he had to be. I think there was at least 20, maybe more, because we all had at least one slice from each pie. I'm
Mhm.
sure we had 2 at some, and to be fair, they're not huge pizza pies like we get from a pizzeria. They were,
Like a personal
individual,
size
like a personal one, but maybe a little bigger than that. 8
one. Ooh, that's
slices.
what she said.
Each slice was maybe that big. But they had a lot on them. Most of them.
We were at the scene of the crime where the alleged infidelity took place.
Wait a minute, it was at that party.
Yes. Do you listen to the show that you're on?
What show?
Got it.
But we were all there. I don't.
In my defense, I had a lot of sangria, so
And a lot of
I don't know if
pizza.
that's a defense.
Yeah.
I get a little wild too when I'm on my 17th slice. Gary believes you just gave a sign for help. That sneeze. Can I just say you sneeze like somebody who didn't vote for Donald Trump? If that makes any sense.
I don't
it
get
does.
Okay. 'Cause I expect a bigger sneeze from you. So
Heartier.
The best sneezes.
It wasn't patriotic enough.
All right, you're not supposed to be kneeling when you sneeze.
and Gary brings up a good point. Class action suit. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about a class action suit against the whole class. Is what I'm
Do you have to have class for that?
I'm not sure. I'll consult with my lawyer
Okay.
and I'll see what they say. Anyway, Jay Samps, anything else you want to say? Anything else about the party?
I can't imagine what I did. Although I do so much that I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to incriminate myself more than I should
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to give too much,
Are
Was
you
If
this
it's
saying
not
you-
the same thing.
Was
Are you
this with a
saying you did
man or a
nothing-
woman?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't
I'm
know,
asking
Frank. I don't know.
if the infidelity was with a man or a woman.
It was with
Hard to
both.
tell.
What?
Hard to tell. Okay.
Hard to tell.
boy.
Cisgender, I think. Does that mean either way? I don't
No,
know.
that does not mean that.
Okay.
That means if you're like I'm a cis male, meaning I was born a male, and I identify as straight.
Baby, you were born this way.
I was born this way.
We
That's
were all
for
born
sure.
this way.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's really for sure.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, I get like that too when I have too many pizzas. I can't control what happens. It's
I'm
just the
like,
thing.
well,
I
right.
will say I'm surprised at how much I was craving that pizza again the next day.
It
Oh
was so
yeah.
good. I wanted to. We should have gotten to go pies.
I really wished
Oh,
I had
to
taken some home.
boxes.
Yeah.
Right.
That would have been great.
That's my favorite type of pizza.
Which
like-
one?
Well, I guess it's just like the wood burning is what I like.
Neapolitan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like straight from Naples,
Yes.
But like a regular New York slice is not like that.
No.
Like I wouldn't get excited over that.
There's a
That's not
place-
exciting to me.
There's a place by me that does the brick oven thing, and it looks like the way our friend made it. So they do it pretty good.
And is it good?
Ooh.
Yeah, it is really good.
Better than his?
I haven't had it in a little while, but I
yes.
don't know. No.
Does this place start with an S?
Possibly.
Do the owners of this place vote for Biden? That's why it's better?
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, I wouldn't go there.
Got it.
Wow.
Janie
Goodbye.
brings up a great point. Did J Sabs have a magic eraser? I see. That's what the thing is. Like, are we getting these photos? Is she going to magic erase them? I just don't know.
Oh my God,
boy.
wait. Jane, guess what I did today? You're going to laugh at this. I cleaned out my car and that magic eraser was still in there. And I was like, should I keep it just in case for future?
It's evidence now.
Right. And then I was like, fuck it. It's evidence. I'm going to have to throw it out. Even my husband accidentally, he's like, why is there a magic eraser in here? I'm like, shut up and keep driving.
Your poor husband.
I am going to keep one in the car, but I'm going to hide it in the car for next time.
That's a good move. And what else is in your car? Bleach, lime, a shovel. Just give us a quick overview of what other sort of cover-up items are there. A tarp,
I can't
Duffel
comment on
bag.
that further. Thank you.
duct tape.
Yeah. I'd speak to your lawyer before you answer any of these questions.
Butt plug. What?
Well, that doesn't make you a criminal.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, I
Just
guess.
makes you interesting. That's all.
The way I
Right.
use it, yes. What?
All right, Pepsi product testing.
Oh,
I
God.
have to wait until next Monday at least.
Come
I
on,
can't
Frank.
believe-
Come on. You're such a rule follower.
Is kindergarten tough to pass, or how does it work?
You know, I never graduated kindergarten.
Okay. Can we do it Wednesday or no? Is that too soon? Is Wednesday doesn't work for you?
What part of Lent do you know?
Oh.
It's Easter
forgot.
is Sunday. I have to wait till after Easter.
I got caught up in the no meat Friday thing, and I thought, well, if you can't have meat on Friday, you could have it on Wednesday, but that doesn't work. I
That
forget.
doesn't make any sense with Pepsi.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No. A week from today I could do it.
Shit. Okay. So we got no product testing.
Unless you guys want to do it and I could just
No,
not
can't do that.
partake.
We can't do that. By the way, I want everybody to know the abuse that I take. I was being made fun of in the podcast chat
What?
because I was like, oh, so, okay, here's what happened. I went and searched for this stuff, couldn't find it anywhere. We talked about it. People were so nice, they wanted to send it to us, which I thought was lovely. Then I search again, and I'm like, oh, wait, we found it. It was nearby. Then I did another search the next day, and it was in even more places, even closer to me. So I buy
God,
it,
what a liar. Go ahead.
bring it to everybody, share it with everybody, only to be goofed on by J Sabs because she found a whole fucking display with like 400 Pepsi nitros.
Yeah, they're not as rare as you made it seem.
Yeah, they were like, you said this was hard to find, asshole. And I'm like, it was kind of hard to find.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's a whole fucking.
You know what I was going to do? I was going to put my finger in that picture like a penis. And then you guys would be like, what is that?
You should have done that. That would've been
Darn
great.
it. Next
That would have
time.
at least been funny.
And can I tell you when I bought out the store? They had 3 cans of each, and I bought all of them.
You should have just
left-
went to Stop and Shop.
And I was like, what a scoop, what a score.
Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate you picking it up for me. That was nice.
Go fuck yourself. You were laughing at me in the thing,
I didn't laugh at you.
using racial slurs against me. Like, people don't know.
Well,
baby,
we're Italian. We could use those words. That's fine.
touch me like this. Go ahead.
By the way, that is a trend on TikTok now that
Yes.
makes me laugh every time when there's something that looks like a penis and then it moves and it's not a penis. But they only show it to you for like 3 seconds and you're like, this is a moving penis.
Like the one I sent today.
That's a
Again,
trend?
nobody commented on that.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
I didn't see it
go
either.
Go look at the last. The
I
last
see. Okay,
link
yeah.
I sent.
I did not see it.
Is it a penis? I don't want to.
It's time for me to go.
Um,
I'm not supposed to announce that.
That
Just
does look
supposed
like
to
a
leave.
penis.
just go. Miley Cyrus's parents are splitting. Oh, I thought you would have a thought on this.
I still don't know what it is.
What?
It looks like a penis. I guess it's his toe. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw one where a girl had a boot. She was like crouching behind, and she was wearing like a knee boot, and it looked like a big penis.
Oh,
And then
boy.
she moves, and you can see the rest of her behind it. And then some other guy comes on. I was like, "You thought that was a penis, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did think it was a penis."
Yeah, he got us. Way to
I
go,
love-
pal.
I love all of those TikToks. By the way, the latest one that is so hysterical. You can call me a pig if you want. People.
You're a
I don't give
pig.
shit. But there's like a line of like 7 girls, and one wearing a bigger hoodie dress than the other, just all hoodie hanging out right everywhere. But it's turned to the side, right? So, so it's not like this. I'm not watching it like this. I turn my head to see it normal because it's like this,
Right.
So I turn my head to see it, and just as I'm turning literally it's 2.5 seconds of Hootie Girl, and I turn my head, and the video switches to somebody else, and they're looking at you like this, and like, "What are you doing here?"
That's kind of funny. That's hilarious.
It was so good. I'm like, "Oh, you got me. I can't." I was looking at the Hooties. What are you gonna do?
How many times did you rewatch that video?
Why? I
You
did
can be
watch
honest.
it one more time because I was like, "This is really hysterical." Because you know what?
Sure. You watched it because it was funny.
Who can't see tits anyway?
You were watching it for the articles. I get it.
But I went back to watch it because I was like, boy, the placement of cleavage in this fucking thing is like, it's insane. Like, because it's like it's too many girls at once, and then one girl has like just massive amount of cleavage, like Anna Nicole Smith cleavage,
And
you're
you
like,
didn't feel the need to send this to everybody?
and they just played it. So, and I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can find it. The fucking person who was like this was like, even her look was so like condescending and like,
Oh, yeah, because she got you.
the whole thing was perfect. Literally, the whole entire thing was perfect.
All right, so Billy Ray and his wife no longer married.
Splitsville after 20 some odd years of marriage.
Man, what could have gone wrong after 20 years? Everybody has their thing, I guess.
That's what I wonder too. It seems crazy to me that people get divorced at that age, but they do.
Yeah, it's not working. It's not working, I guess. And that's, to be happy, you got to be happy.
But fucking 20 years she lived off of achy breaky heart. You know what I'm saying?
And now she could have been living off of Old Town Road or Uptown.
Now all that Old Town Road money's rolling in, and now she's
Yeah.
like, I'm leaving. Fuck it.
She got half of that, I guess.
I guess she did. But it seems like amazing to me. I consulted for a divorce podcast for a little while last year, and they call it gray divorce. When people that are like over 50
Oh, I see.
get divorced, they call it a gray divorce. And I was like, is this a real fucking thing? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, actually, it's really, a lot of people are doing it.
Well, people get divorced whenever, it's not like they have to spend the rest of their life, because if you're 60 years old and you get divorced, you got you got a lot of time left, and you can start over, I guess.
I guess so, but I'm fascinated with this. Like, what happened here? Like, were you not happy for so long?
And what finally snapped?
Did you wake up one day and like, I can't take this anymore? Like, now I'm not happy. I was happy, but now I'm not happy. Like, what are you gonna find out there?
You never know.
I don't know. I have so little to offer at this age, Frank. I can't imagine me at 60 being like,
I can't imagine you improving with age.
right. This is the Uncle Leo conversation. You found it.
You hang on to her like grim death, which is not far off, by the way. You got all kinds of sounds emanating from your body.
Yeah. I mean, look, I want to be on the positive, like, you still have so much to live for. You don't deserve to be mistreated. I'm down with all that. I just find it hard to believe.
I don't see. It could be.
I think that's few and far between. I don't know.
Maybe there were kids involved, and they had they waited maybe for the kids to leave the nest kind of thing.
You could have been. Not in this case. Miley's been gone for years.
She's not the youngest.
Oh, were there other Cyruses? I didn't even know
I'm
that.
pretty sure there were others.
It's news to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
There you
pretend to know the whole family of the whole Cyrus family tree.
Yeah, and JD brings up a good point. I just got my hubs house trained. That's the thing. Like at a certain point, you get that man. So you finally get him,
You've invested so much time and energy.
and then you're gonna walk away from it. Seems weird.
Oh, maybe she couldn't train him. Maybe she just had enough trying.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I don't know because it feels also too like like okay, if this guy sucks, is there how much better are we going to get?
you don't think there's any better than Billy Ray Cyrus out there?
Well, see, this is the conundrum for women. Like when you leave a man, how much are you really improving? You know what I mean? If you want to leave a man for a woman, okay, now we're talking about some percentage points here. But for another man, what?
Maybe she thinks she could do better than Billy Ray.
Better than Achy Breaky Heart?
That's true. It doesn't get much better than that.
I mean, it's one of the greatest songs ever written.
I just don't think he'll understand.
I know. It's the greatest lyric. Greatest lyric and one of the greatest songs ever.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. And could you imagine learning people's habits at this point in your life? Like,
I can't imagine dating again. That just seems like a headache for me. You know, like I can't imagine going on dates again and meeting and just like going through the whole. Like, I am very happy. My wife and I are married, and we love each other, and we're that's it. We're in for the long haul.
Yeah, you know how I know you're happy? Your wife misplaced thousands of dollars worth of a ring for 6 fucking years, and nobody was murdered.
We found see we got through that.
This is how deranged Frank and his wife are. They always held out hope that they would find it.
Fucking found that thing after 6 years.
That's unbelievable.
And we didn't even look very hard. We literally weren't looking for it either. My wife just moved something aside in one of the drawers that we've emptied out like 9 times. She moved something aside, and there it was, just sitting there. I don't get it. What?
Jamie's husband is a poor pointer. He refuses to be a sitter. Men don't like sitting. Can I just tell you this?
Just to do number one? No,
it's a tough proposition for us.
It's like why sit when you don't have to? Number one, and number two, how many men honestly don't even lift the seat?
I lift the seat all the time. I can't.
Every time?
That shit. Every fucking time.
Sometimes I don't want to touch this,
And you don't.
Depends where I am.
Are you talking about a public restroom? I don't touch shit.
Public, yeah. You just go.
When I walk into that stall, whatever's waiting for me on that other end is what's good.
Yeah, and I'm very glad there's no closed seat. You know that the main seat cover.
Yeah. No, honestly, that's a lie too. I'll kick it open with my foot. I don't want to be that. I don't want somebody cleaning that up. If I have a splashing episode, but in my house I always lift.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I will clean up if I don't lift. I'll clean up whatever.
I can't. This is shocking to me. I cannot believe you're admitting this right now. You
Why?
won't lift the seat up sometimes.
Sometimes. Why? Is that a big deal?
I always lift the seat. Always.
I don't think it's a huge deal.
I'm trying to break my son into. He doesn't want to put this. I'm like, gotta put the seat up. He's like, why? I'm like, because I have to wipe the seat. I'm like, you don't get it.
When you have to wipe it, yeah, that's a problem.
I gotta wipe it for him. I gotta,
But I guarantee you.
I go because I'm trying to pawn you off on somebody in 12 short years. Okay, that's why you gotta fucking get your shit together. And I go like this to him. I go, I don't even know if we're gonna make it in 12 years. It's like a tight time frame. I know it seems like a long way away, but at the rate of progress you're making right now, I don't know if we're ever gonna make it. So there you go.
I hear you, but you know what? 99% of the time, I'm a pretty good shooter. So
you got to have a lot of confidence in your accuracy. Maybe I just
I'm pretty accurate. I
don't have that in my accuracy. I don't. I'm a shotgun, my friend. It's a spray. I don't know where it's
going. Not good. I would get that checked if I were you.
Taking out a lot of people with me.
That's the need for a doctor in that case.
I was talking with an acquaintance. I don't want to say anything more than that. And he goes to me like this. He goes, I just redid my bathroom in my house. I go, oh, that's cool. He goes, yeah. He goes, put a urinal in. I go, in your house?
No.
He goes, yeah, put a urinal in. I go, why?
That's
I was like, because you always want to feel like you're at a restaurant. He goes, no, it's easy. He goes,
That's-
women put bidets in. Why can't men put a urinal in? I
what do you mean
go,
women put bidets are not just for women.
I don't know.
Bidets are for
Everybody.
anybody that does number two, which is everybody.
He made it sound like it's a woman thing, the bidet.
I am all for bidets, by the way. I think they should be everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have one, but I
I'm-
think they should be everywhere because it just makes sense.
I don't believe in tipping. I believe in over tipping. In this particular instance, I believe there should be fire hose bidets.
Yeah, there should be. I mean, because when you think about it, if you, let's say you get something on your hand, whatever it is, poop, doesn't have to be, whatever it is,
Mhm.
do you just wipe it off with a piece of paper? No. You use water, soap, and something else to wipe it off.
Yeah.
Same thing with doing number two. There should be some water involved in the cleaning process.
100%. I believe in that. Well, I believe in wipes. I believe in those moist.
Those are
toilet-
wonderful.
I think that those should be in every public restroom.
Yes.
Why do I need 2 record-sized rolls of toilet paper?
And sometimes not even toilet paper. It's that paper that they had in science class that would absorb nothing.
Yeah.
It's like cardboard paper.
Give me one of those and give me the more. I know it's a little bit more work, but aren't we always trying to put more people to work? Get another person to get in there and fill the fucking the moist wipey thing. But there should be one of those in there in every toilet.
See, now here's the thing. Are you going to be thinking about all the other people who put their fingers in that thing to get it moist?
Well, I know we need a dispenser.
A dispenser.
Yeah,
Nice.
we needed to come down. We got to
Like
figure
one of
out
those automatic, you wave in front of it and it shoots one out
and
of you.
spits it right out. Yeah, they got to figure out a way to keep it moist in there. I don't know how that all works. But maybe we can distract Elon from Twitter for 5 seconds to figure out this problem. Would be nice for everybody.
That would be good.
Wet wipes across. That's what I would run for. By the way, if Trump wants my vote, wet wipes. But make
That's
wet
all it
wipes
takes?
a thing. I will vote for you again.
What if he calls them Trump wipes?
It's fine. That's how bad we need these things. Have you ever been in a New York City taxi cab in the summertime? We fucking need these things, okay?
You going to the bathroom in a New York City taxi?
No, I'm saying the taxi drivers in the summertime.
Oh.
You know they don't use you get in that one of those taxis, you go, let me guess, you didn't use a wet wipe, did you?
Oh, boy.
I fucking know it. Paige, I got divorced after 20 years. And yes, Anthony, my ex never dated, and I have only met creeps. And now my ex and I say every week we will probably just retire together now. So that's sweet.
Wow.
I think you should get back together with your ex, Paige. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean,
First of all, I literally thought you were about to buy your first car, judging by your picture. That's how fucking young you look. So how anybody could leave you is beyond me. I don't know how that happened. But I will say, if he wasn't a piece of shit to you, maybe go
you were
back.
happy with him?
Yeah.
Makes you happy and you get along?
Okay, don't you feel that? I bet you, I would love to know what the percentage of divorce is necessary and what percentage is not. Like, I'm sure there's a percentage of divorce that's like, yes, that person sucks and you need to get out of this.
Yeah.
But I wonder what percentage of divorce there is where you're just...
It could have been avoided. It could have just been you're fighting.
You're fighting. You're frustrated with them. You're frustrated with yourself. You're frustrated with life. And you just take it out on that other person, divorce, and then you go out into the real world and like Paige said here, you come back with nothing but creepers, and you're like, "Holy shit! I maybe I had a good thing going there."
Well, that's why marriage counseling is sometimes a good idea. If you can work stuff out, that's good stuff, you know. Or you gotta gauge what you're doing. Is a divorce always? You know, you're right. It might not be always necessary in certain situations.
Yeah,
you're right. I get it.
I think I would make a good divorce counselor.
But I think that too. But my argument would be, come on, what are you doing? Get over it.
I think some people need to hear that.
Put aside the bullshit.
Yeah, I think some people really need to hear that.
Yeah, just stop it already. All right, just stop it.
Right, because here's the thing: divorce. So I know somebody who's going through a divorce right now, Frank. Actually, you do too. And
really,
yeah, think about it. I know them. My wife talks to them more than you would talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Okay.
And they were telling me, my wife was telling me about the latest thing that they went through. And when I was um, consulting with this person who was doing the divorce podcast, she was a divorce lawyer. And she said to me, she goes, people will turn their divorce lawyer into a therapist.
Hmm.
And she goes, everybody, it's irresistible. And you pay a therapist, I don't even know what, an hour, $50 an hour, 125 for a session.
Something like that.
These fucking divorce attorneys are making $250 an hour. And they go, you sit there and you go, okay. And you wind up listening to all their problems.
Oh, and they'll sit there and run the clock all day.
Yeah. And then they go, and she says, and she's a divorce lawyer. She goes, I'm not a therapist.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hang up the phone on you. If you want to run up your tab. And she's like, and I'm a nice person. She goes, there's some lawyers out there that fucking hose these people for everything.
Well, I think what they see is that you have it's like, you're my divorce lawyer. You have all the information I have. Here's everything, because it's all has to be, if she's going to make some kind of case for you, she's got to know all the details. So who better to confide in than someone that knows your side of the story, I guess.
But she told me that divorce in New York, at least in New York State, it's all figured out already. There's rules in place. There's percentages of income and all that.
Yeah, but that's
bullshit.
not the advice they're looking for. I'm sure that like the person who knows your side, they're looking for advice on, should I go through with this? Should I not? What about the kids? What should I do? How should we handle this?
Right.
It's not. They're not looking for how to divvy up. That the lawyer will handle. But they're looking for advice on how to move forward with their lives.
But there are also a lot of them wind up looking for blood, and they go, "I'm gonna sue I'm gonna fucking take them to the cleaner," and you can't. It's already all like maybe you could inch out a little bit more here or there, but basically it's all fucking predetermined.
Yeah, no, that's true.
All right, we got to go, Frankie. Last comment we'll leave up to Janie. I ordered 20 rolls of TP from Amazon during the great shortage of COVID, and they came a year later. 1/10 the size of a normal roll, and they were from China. Came one at a time.
One at a time and very small. That's unfortunate.
That's what she said.
Nice.
We don't need G. Yeah, I got the fucking.
That's what she said.
That carries all the weight. That
fine. You never see the sound machine yawn,
or leave unexpectedly, or tap the microphone for no reason.
All right, we didn't get to a bunch of topics, and we will get to them next show maybe.
Can we see Al Pacino's phone case?
Oh yeah, let me do. I fucking can't believe it. See,
I want to see that because that got me curious about what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. What would you think would be on Al Pacino's phone case?
My guess, if there has to be something, either a scene from one of his movies or like a logo. What?
Fucking logo. That would be. Could you imagine? Al Pacino
like if it said The Godfather, on his.
Well, I was thinking if Al Pacino went to you to get a fucking logo
like a
done,
design one, yeah,
that'd be crazy cool. What are you up to? Nothing. I'm just designing Pacino's logo.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's pretty badass.
I just put it in the chat because I can't flash it on the screen, but you guys can all click on it and see. He was out at like a dinner party. Somebody snapped a photo. The phone is right in front of him. And then they went like on a zoom in and they discovered that it was a Shrek.
Oh my God. I'm looking at it right now.
Al Pacino, like it's 2003, is like, and he's a fucking 12-year-old kid.
It's a collage of multiple facial expressions of Shrek.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
That is what he is doing. Excellent question from Paul. What if it's prolapsed, wipe or bidet? That's tough.
Oh,
I don't know what you would do there.
I would imagine. Oh, jeez, that's a good question. I'd say like a power washer to get it back up in there. You need force. You need the ones the elephants use in the circus. Like from Seinfeld. That the Commando 8 or the Commando 5000, whatever it was called, the shower head. That's what you need.
Wait, Ant, you use wet ones on your butt. I don't know if those are supposed to go on your butt. I do not use wet ones. Wet ones are like
No, they have wet
they have like
wipes.
ass wipes. I call them ass
Yeah.
wipes.
Yeah, they're like Cottonelle or something. They have
Yeah.
ones that you could flush. Flushable.
Right. Now, okay, I did an environmental podcast that I was consulting for, and they go, and we this came up, and I go, I think those are save the future. I go, everybody should use those. He goes, the ones that say they're flushable. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, none of them are flushable. And I'm like, well, why would they put on the package? He's like, because you could technically flush it. He goes, well, once you flush it, it's just gonna fucking linger there forever.
It doesn't like disintegrate. Or
I
anything?
thought it disintegrated. I don't know. They said that it didn't. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Who are these people? I want names and I want credentials.
Also, not that I really give a shit. He's like, doesn't that bother you? It's impacting the environment. I go, no, I don't give a fuck. I don't care where it goes once it's off my ass. I don't give a shit.
I'd like do they have an alternative? What we could do?
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. If we figured out a way for straws to disintegrate so we don't kill any more turtles, I'm sure we can figure out the ass wipes.
We need to all. That's the thing. Like we did with COVID, we all just gotta get everybody, all the scientists, everybody, just to focus on one thing at a time, and we'll just knock these things out.
I'd like to get Fauci on ass wipes. I think that's a good next step for him.
He could knock that out in a month. We get him on that.
Yeah.
Knock it out. We move on to the next thing. We knock that out because we're spread all over the place. We got to get more people focused on one thing at a time. Knock it out. Move on to the next thing.
And just move on to the next thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like who's gonna get Al Pacino a new phone case? I mean, literally, isn't that the craziest shit you've ever seen?
It's weird though because when I turn on Netflix, you know how it has like the top 10 trending movies or whatever. Shrek is always on there.
Yeah,
it's always in the top 10.
I know.
It's like a 15-year-old movie, but it's still up there.
Are they making a fourth one of those? Are they making another one? I feel.
I thought they had 4.
Oh, did they have 4 already?
I don't know. I
thought I heard somebody say they were making another one of those Shreks.
I think Mike Myers needs to come back.
He never left.
Oh,
he just kind of got old.
Well, he hasn't done much in a long time.
That's true.
I think he needs to, be spotlit again.
He was the guy for so long, though, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he was the man. Back in the SNL, Wayne's World, Shrek days. Yeah.
Austin Powers.
Oh my God.
Austin Powers ran for what, 12 years straight? It was just like
it was amazing. 3 movies, but they were all great.
They were all really good. You just can't maintain that. After a while, you got to disappear and then just be like the weird drop in Inglourious Bastards, and people go, "Oh, yeah."
Right." And he was in that the Queen movie.
That's right.
Bohemian Rhapsody. He was in that. He was the Super Bowl commercial as Dr. Evil, and I thought he looked great. Looked like he did. I'm sure that was a little bit of commercial magic, but he looked just the way he did 20 years ago, whatever the hell the Austin Power movies were.
Yeah, he did.
They could do another. They could do a Dr. Evil movie.
He reminds me of Ray Romano, where it's like you could clearly have anything you want greenlit, yet you're like the 4th lead in this fucking weird. I think that shit's awesome, but it's strange how that happens sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta have ideas though. You gotta have your, I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be a Wayne's World 3 though. They're like 60 now.
That would be amazing if there was though.
I'm in.
Wayne's World, the retirement years.
They got my $20 or however a movie ticket costs now.
Don't you feel though it'll be some series on some fucking weird streaming service at some point? Like they're gonna run through everything.
They got it. All the greatest hits for the last 20 years. They'll have to redo.
I'll tell you what I'd love to see make a comeback. I swear to God, Dukes of Hazzard.
Why?
This is fucking awesome. I just want to be back in the Dukes of Hazzard world. They're like, look, we got rid of the racist flag. Things are okay now. We're just racing, chasing.
I never watched Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, it was great. It made no sense, but there was a lot of cars and a lot of like cars jumping. It's just, what else do you need?
And Daisy Dukes.
And Daisy fucking Dukes. I mean, who doesn't want to fucking? Not that Jessica Simpson isn't hot. She didn't. You can't live up to the original Daisy Duke. I don't know what the fuck her name is, but she's magnificent.
You know what they really need to redo? And not out of the original was amazing, but I'm surprised they have not remade Dick Tracy.
Yes.
It's the perfect movie to redo. You get a different story. The characters are so cartoonish that you could have a lot of fun with it. I don't know why they don't crown a new Dick Tracy. Here's your new Dick Tracy, and they make a big star. I think that would kill at a box office.
Because when did that come out? 90 something, right? 92, 93?
Something like that.
And
Warren Beatty.
what was great about that is they only used 4 colors or 6 colors in the whole movie. Everybody had yellow, black, white, red, blue.
The green.
The suits, the cars, the buildings were all those basic colors.
Yeah.
Because it was meant to look like a comic book.
Yeah.
Could you imagine doing that now with the technology to actually kind of make it look like a moving comic, like not an animated thing, but like a real comic book?
But I fear that they would overdo it with the CGI and all that stuff. Like if they did it in the way they did it in the 90s was the best because they used practical effects. There was no. I don't even think there was any computer. I'm trying to think. I don't think there was any computer effects done. It was all practical effects and camera angles and things. I don't think they used anything like that. All makeup and stuff.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to see a CGI'd flat top or
Well, it was Warren Beatty. He was so fucking old school. Yeah, it was all makeup and shit. Yeah,
all makeup. It was all
They wouldn't do
prosthetics
that.
and makeup and stuff.
They wouldn't do that today.
Freaking Al Pacino as Big Boy.
Al Pacino, Dustin Hoffman, Warren Beatty.
There was so many people in that movie.
Paul Sorvino.
Wait a minute. Then you got
Madonna.
What's her name? Not her name. What's his name? So Warren Beatty, Dick Tracy, William Forsythe, Catherine O'Hara.
William Forsythe. Who was Catherine O'Hara?
Catherine O'Hara, right, is in the movie, has no lines. She's sitting at the table. You know, the table where they're having the big meeting with all the heads of the mafia and everything.
Yeah.
And the car blows up outside. She's just at the table. She has no lines.
Shit. I gotta look at that now.
Yeah. What's his name? Plays the mayor. Dick Van Dyke is the mayor.
Holy shit. I gotta watch Dick Tracy again.
There's so many people in this movie. What's his name? Mandy Patinkin is the 88 Keys.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So
right.
you pick out, and you see a lot of people that you go, oh, I know him from this, I know him from that. There's a lot of people in there that you can't get their name, but you can recognize them.
And that was a huge movie too, but now I feel like it didn't stand the test of time. Like, why are we still not talking about Dick Tracy?
I think it's totally watchable today because it's it takes place in an old fashioned time. It's not like, it wasn't a what's it called? A movie where they time stamped it. It was supposed to be in like the 20s or 30s or something.
Right. But why don't we ever see that shit on like TBS or fucking, USA or AMC? That never fucking comes on. I'm surprised.
I know it's it's a classic, and to remake it, I think they could knock it out of the park if they did it the right way.
Who would you put in the Madonna role now? Because you'd have to have a singer who's got swag,
right,
and could put asses in the seats of the theater.
You can get Miley to do that.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think she would do it?
I think she would do it. I don't think she'd be the best.
Who are you thinking?
I think that here's what I think they would do, and here's who I think they should do. I think they would do Lady Gaga.
Yeah, you're right.
She's got the acting chops.
That's
now.
it.
That's the one, right?
That's it.
I'd love to see them do somebody like Camila Cabello or one of those. I think she would be good.
She'd be good, but I think you're right. Lady Gaga,
right? She's the new Madonna.
That's it.
Yeah. We got to go, Frank, but there's so many great things coming up in the chat. What about a remake of American Pie? Not a remake, but like an update.
Yeah, well, they did 3 of them, right? But now it's like they have their own kids and stuff. That would be good.
You could totally pick that up. And that's one of those other movies that did the whole franchise route and did like Band Camp, did all these little made for
that's
movies,
true.
And they did well apparently. Paul's got one that breaks my heart. Grumpy Old Men.
Oh, you can't remake that, can you?
Well, there's no update. I mean, I guess you could make another version of it, but I mean, those 2 movies, I think are some of the greatest.
Yeah,
I fucking love those movies. I really do.
Oh, the magic from them. Yeah, you can't. I don't know if you could recreate that.
Yeah, a Duke of Hazzard today would be a woke Duke of Hazzard. There would definitely be a fucking.
Yeah, it would.
Hey, you know what? The LGBTQ plus flag on top of the fucking there. That would be a fucking thing to see. I would see that. I wouldn't
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't give a shit.
I am in.
I just want to see the car jump over stuff as they run away from hillbilly cops.
See, maybe they should do a TV series. do like a Hulu TV series or something.
I could see it. You bring back some of the old people to make like their little appearances and shit.
Yeah, you can get. I'm sure they're not terribly busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome, Glenn B. Looks like you just got here, and the
Hey,
show's
Glenn B.
ending. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everybody who joined in
Yeah.
the chat and all
Technically,
our
the
members.
show ended like 45 minutes ago. We've
Yeah,
just
what
been,
the heck? We just
Frank
been
and I just
BSing.
been catching up.
I could talk movies for hours.
Yeah. Well, you were onto a big thing there where they should have done. It's time for Dick Tracy, and I'm surprised. No,
Who would be Dick Tracy?
Warren Beatty's not still with us, right?
He is. He's around.
Is he? He is.
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, I thought maybe he would fucking produce the shit out of that. I bet
He'd be a good, make him the mayor or someone. He could be in it. He could be a cameo.
give him a little role. Yeah.
Who would be Dick Tracy?
Ooh. Boy, I hate to serve you up the Star is Born cast, but fucking
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
No.
You're not bad. He was just in something where it's in the 20s, and he had a good look to him. Ben Affleck.
No, I can't.
It's got to be one of the huge stars. Nobody else going to get that off the ground.
It's got to be a huge star, but I can't with Ben Affleck anymore. I just can't. He's in everything, and I can't have it.
Well,
Christian Bale would be good.
I can't with Christian Bale anymore.
What? He's not in anything anymore.
Enough already.
All right.
Enough. I'll tell you what the new man porn is, though. I cannot turn this movie off. Ford versus Ferrari.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my! Are you for real?
Yeah.
Frank, you got to watch it.
Why would I lie about that?
Frank, I swear to you, top in the last 20 years, top 5 movie.
Really?
So good.
See, but just from the title, I'm like Ford versus Ferrari. Am I interested in Ford versus Ferrari? Like, what's it?
I'm telling you, you will.
It's worth it.
The story. You're right. The title doesn't give it justice. It is such a compelling story, and you're just with it the whole entire way. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievably good. Matt Damon is amazing in it. Christian Bale is really good too.
Christian Bale knocks every role out of the park.
He knocked the shit out of it. Like, he did a really great job with this role. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been on my list. I want to watch it, but it's never forced myself to sit down because I feel like it's a long movie.
Thank you. It was Catherine. Is it Bach? Do you say Bach? Catherine Bach as the original Daisy Duke.
Oh, there you go. It looks like I feel like it would be Bach.
I'm not 100% sure. Probably my first crush. I would go with. Might be the reason why I went for brunettes my entire life. I'm not entirely sure.
You watched The Dukes of Hazzard? Because
religiously watched The Dukes of Hazzard.
I don't even remember it being on when we were young.
Had the cars, had everything. Still have the car to this day. That's why I'm afraid people will call me a closet racist, because somewhere in my attic is a
racist car.
What do they call that flag again? I can't even remember it.
Racist.
Confederate flag.
Right.
Yeah, somewhere in this house is a Confederate flag. It's on a Matchbox car, but it's in here.
That's not great.
It's not a good look.
You have to get a little acrylic paint.
Yeah,
over that.
When I find it, I'll cover it up. I promise you. But right now, I can't get up there. There's something making weird noises up there. It's alive. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, don't go up there then.
Yeah, I can't be a part of it all. All right, are we good?
We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh boy.
This is
again. Hey, I don't run the show.
Oh, last one. I'm sorry. The chat's been great tonight, Paul. How about a Facts of Life post-menopause series? Who wouldn't want it? Actually, they already made that, Paul. It's called And Just Like That.
Yeah, right? Or the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Who's alive from the Golden Girls?
0.
They're all dead?
All gone. Betty White was the last one.
That's a shame.
I know. That's an amazing show. I still watch it. It's on my Hulu. I watch it all the time.
You know what I'd like to have seen? I would have loved to have seen a Golden Girls final episode. And the whole thing is, it's Betty White. What's her name in the show?
Rose.
Rose travels to all the grave sites of the other girls and just pulls up her skirt, takes a piss on their graves, and goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah, looks like the stupid one lasted the longest, kind of thing.
Yeah, look who made it.
Yeah,
cocksucker, piss on their
something. Grave. That would have been something.
We don't have enough of those revenge type shows.
I wonder how many people actually piss on someone else's grave. too. I wonder what the stats are on that.
Whose grave would I would love to take a piss on a grave. You know, yeah, because what are they going to do?
I mean, I'm sure there's a law against that.
That really is the ultimate satisfaction, is taking a piss on somebody's grave. I don't think I've ever been mad enough to do that, though.
Yeah, and once they're dead, it's like, all right, I guess I win.
I think Rose pissing on graves would be amazing. Gary says Ford vs. Ferrari was a great movie. Do you need it? You got me and Gary. Do you need anybody else?
And I'm sold.
Okay.
If you and Gary are in,
that's what I thought.
How can I say no?
You would want to see the moment that Jerry and the crew walk out of the jail.
I would love to see that.
We'll never see. He'll never.
No,
do it.
It's never going to happen. They're never going to do a show again.
We did get the Curb Seinfeld reunion. We got it on Curb.
But I didn't see it. But it wasn't. I know. I don't know why I didn't see it.
How? It's
I know.
The Seinfeld. It's legitimately the Seinfeld reunion. How have you
but was it? Takes place. It wasn't the show though. It wasn't the show continuing. It was just them.
No, it was the show continuing.
It was the show. It was them coming out of jail, or whatever.
It wasn't them walking out of jail, but
it was after the fact. Yeah.
You pick up their storyline. You find out what happens to them after.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Are you insane?
Yeah.
I don't think I can talk to you again until you watch this.
That's all it took.
That explains why you haven't seen it so far.
Keeping you at bay.
You should really watch it tonight.
I will watch it.
Start watching it. You'll be so happy.
No, I'm sure I will.
You're just denying yourself happiness.
I know.
I don't understand it.
I do. You know what? It's like Christmas morning. When I was a kid, I would not. I would wake up. I would know it's Christmas morning, and I would lay there. I wouldn't just jump up out of bed and go into the living room. I would lay there and savor the fact that I have all this ahead of me.
I'm with you.
So it's kind of like that, I think.
You know what I do? I won't, or I wouldn't. I would open a gift, like open it. I would unwrap it, but I wouldn't open it. You know, because then it would be like it would be Christmas for like 3 weeks. Because then I would be like, oh, let me open.
It's a new thing.
Yeah, a new thing all the time. I loved doing.
You just prolong it. You just get all the joy you can out of it.
Yeah, it's like the Kama Sutra of Christmas unwrapping.
Right. That's gross.
And sometimes I would do it with my legs up at me.
Oh, you see, you got to take a nice thing.
Inappropriate. If you enjoyed our little podcast here, which, judging by the numbers, so not enough people turned it off, which is unbelievable.
That is pretty cool. Thank you, guys.
Make sure you remember, don't forget to join, because as soon as we can get our hands on these alleged photos of J-Sabs and the infidelity.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
That's where those photos are going. Of the members only air. Could be as early as tonight. Could be tomorrow.
But that's where they're going.
From now. I don't know when this person's going to send me those photographs.
This is incredible.
It's truly incredible stuff. So make sure you become a member. Link in the description below on this episode. And of course, you could join on the homepage of anthonyonair.com. That is it for us. Thanks to Frankie C, J-Sabs, you guys. Catch you on the next one.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.